Hey folks, we are back with Loud Equals Funny, episode 10 TikTok 103. And we're here with our esteemed guest, first time guest, MagicMush. He's here to tell us all about how much he hates Adam Sessler and wants to kill him.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Why would you say?
I would too.
Yeah, we're here to talk about Mush and some of his new stuff, and also the era of G4, because I got a lot of opinions about G4. It's somebody who was very bored and alone and had a lot of free time from 2004 to 2026. But yeah, how have you been, Mush?
Been doing pretty well. The video's doing well. I'm surprised, just how well it's doing. Of course, it made it rounds very fast. It got to Sessler in like 3 hours flat. So yeah, that should tell you just the reach it was making.
He has Google alerts for his name. I kind of assume
he was really on that shit. He knew immediately when it was out, so that he could ask somebody else to watch it for him because he was too big of a pussy or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't even know the guy had a Blue Sky. Is the thing. I did check to see. I did see he had it. There is a Twitter account, but it turns out after he left Twitter, somebody took his handle. It's now a parody account. Yeah, so
awesome.
I had no idea.
Awesome. Everybody go follow Adam Sessler on Twitter.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah, no, he's like hidden on Blue Sky because he tells everyone to kill himself.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Which
I will say anything that we have to say does not reflect on what Mush has to say, considering that guy is legitimately talking about lawyers and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Loud Equals Funny.
I don't have anything against the guy personally. It was just for the video, really.
Yeah.
I do. I've never liked that piece of shit. But anyways,
See, I've had
not big on him, but also I don't care.
Here's the thing: I've had a love-hate relationship with Adam Sessler growing up. It's kind of like the same way. I like Yahtzee, but his opinions from 2008 until a certain point were kind of very dumb on a lot of genres. JRPGs especially also. Weirdly,
Yahtzee. The only thing I ever really found out about Yahtzee was that he told, and he's so bad at Sonic games that his review of most Sonic games is they should fire everybody who made this.
Yeah,
which is a really great thing to say. It's a really great thing to say in this era of gaming when everyone is getting fired anyway.
Well, in the 2010s, it was all about Sonic was never good. Just this whole sentiment. I think people point to Game Grumps where that sentiment started. That Sonic always
Game Grumps and the old IGN clip too. That was a big one.
Mm-hmm. See, I've always thought that Sonic's always been bad. So
and then there's I'm
both ahead of the curve and behind the curve. It just depends on when you're looking at it.
I'm a 2D Sonic lover. I like a lot of the 3D stuff, but
I'm making the thumbnail, so I didn't see what motion Claw made. So I'm just going to assume that he said
my brother was one of the
biggest
few people
friend,
who had a Dreamcast.
Oh,
my brother had a Dreamcast growing up, but of course he had Sonic Adventure 2, and I loved him playing that. The whole aesthetic of that game is unmatched. I won't say it's a perfect game, but it's still probably the best 3D Sonic game in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
there's a lot about it that makes it the best. I don't know. My thing is 3D Sonic, and I don't think it's like socialism. It's a good idea, but it's never been properly done very well. I think that there's always room for good 3D Sonic, and it's never really happened.
Small scale, kind of like in Generations, but to a certain scale.
Yeah.
I mean,
but Claw, I thought 3D Sonic was great, and that by not liking it, I must have been playing it wrong.
I mean, people have been asking for Sonic Adventure 3 for years for a reason. So
yeah, exactly. I mean,
they got Sonic Adventure 3 though. That was the one on the 360 that everyone loved. Sonic 06. It was great.
Yeah.
That one was so good.
So curious
that was my favorite.
I'm so curious on a decompilation project of that one, if that'll ever fully happen to fix it.
Well, they've got the fan project, Project 06, but they're not actually doing any of the story or cutscenes or hub world stuff, which is what makes that game so good. I mean, come on.
I mean, the whole thing, it's with Unleashed 2, they have that whole project where they, like, redid all the levels, just the daytime levels, but my issue with that is that's still only, like, half the game.
Yeah.
Why would I only play half the game? I mean,
and
the
arguably
levels were hit or miss. They weren't that bad, just cut them out entirely, but yeah, still.
Yeah.
Unleashed is an interesting one because everybody shit on it super hard. It got a fucking 3 out of 10 from GameSpot back in the day. And that game is, like, at least, like, an 8 out of 10, like high production value, amazing music.
My favorite thing about it is there's 2 completely different versions of it, so it's like you get 2 games. So yeah.
The Wii PS2 version is like a little more werehoggy, but people like it for some reason.
I just remember, I think it's the one I played growing up, the PS2 version. I don't remember why. I think it's the only version I could get, so I didn't pick it up on 360.
I gotta say, to get into things a little bit here, I never really watched X Play, so when I watched the video, first of all, when you opened it with the little montage that was set to the, what is it called, like Celestial Dance or whatever, the one from fucking
Chaotic Dance from
Chaotic Dance. Yeah, I love that. That song is on my D&D battle music playlist.
Well, little fun fact, I was playing Kyoudais in the middle of making that video. That's why there's like music from it in there. Yeah.
Very nice.
I played it a couple of years ago, and I enjoyed it enough to like I got the HD remake. Sadly, they don't have the awful dub in it, but like
wow,
the
dub is so classic. Yeah, I played the original one in like 10 years ago or something, and it was really good. I never really got around to getting too far into the second one, but it was surprising to hear just how like reductive and shitty they were to. I mean, like, I will say, like, the clip you showed from the Crisis Core review is, like, I don't know, man, that game does have some pretty fucking piss-poor shit dialogue.
Yeah, but the thing about that is, I didn't want to say in the video, I did think that was, one side of me noticed how petty it was, on the other, it was funny in a sense, that's the thing. So it's like, which one do I choose?
Well, that's kind of the same way I feel about those old Yahtzee reviews, too, where it's like, I don't agree with him, but he is making like some funny jokes that I still, even though like, some of them is just lol gay, there is a lot of that, but
yeah. The thing about that is, I still stand by what I said. If you're like looking for them for actual critiques and stuff, it's awful. For entertainment, though, it's amazing. It's like it's really funny and really entertaining. You just shouldn't like take it at face value. But you know, in the 2000s, that's what people did. That was one of the only like review outlets people had. People did go to these people for actual critiques and stuff.
I'm sure you can find some games, like I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I'm sure you can find some though that have like 5 out of 5 X Play on the back cover or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
there was a few. I remember Far Cry 3, I think, had an X Play, like...
It might have,
on that cover, I'm almost certain.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a very,
well, it was also just...
very well-respected show for some reason.
Well, also, it was interesting how they juggled it, much like Attack of the Show, although Attack of the Show was both longer and more of like a variety show. They both had to suffer with doing like 5 shows a week, on and on and on and on, which sometimes, you know, being that fast breeds some interesting things, but it also, like, how accurate can you be on everything? Which
never caught a single episode of Attack of the Show when I was young. Never caught one.
Oh,
I did watch play. I did see like an episode of Code Monkeys, and I did like see some Ninja Warrior, but never really saw Attack of the Show.
See, I was there from screensavers on from the transition into Attack of the Show.
The only thing I knew about American Ninja Warrior was when they made an Xbox 360 game, didn't they?
They did, and it was dog shit. It was a Kinect game, and it was awful.
Okay, no, I'm thinking of Deadliest Warrior or whatever, I think, where it's knights and pirates or whatever. Yeah,
that's similar.
Okay,
similar.
Ninja Warrior was kind of like a miniature version of like, I guess, the show Wipeout, if you remember that, the obstacle course thing.
Okay, yeah.
So there was, and it started in Japan with a show called Sasuke, which they brought here, dubbed it, and called it Ninja Warrior. Dub was more like Iron Chef than it was MXT, but it had a vibe of like being a little funny, but it was impressive that people could do these stunts, and then eventually they decided, well, fuck it, why not try it here? And it started on G4, and I think it's still going to this day on like Peacock and all that. It's the only thing from G4 that is still alive.
I'm sure there's still variations of the things going, but I want something Claw said earlier. Sadly. Something Claw said got me interested. You said you never really watched G4. Well, I learned during the making of that video, G4 was like almost totally different up there in Canada. That's why.
I think we had like a version. Well, I'm pretty sure we had Spike TV, and they basically just got a bunch of the stuff from G4 on Spike TV up here, but it wasn't like everything, and yeah, I don't even think they...
Discover your options to stay protected. Windows 10 support has ended. Wow, thanks.
Can you gotta upgrade, man.
Thank you, Microsoft.
But yeah, no, I never watched any of that stuff. I mean, I knew about it kind of through osmosis. I knew everybody had a real fucking boner for Morgan Webb, and I just never really found her that attractive. Olivia Munn was hotter. And she's really annoying, so I mean, like, it's a, trade-off.
It was Morgan Webb. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've had multiple people point out in the video, like, you can tell I never watched Attack of the Show because I think a few times in my video I call her Oliver Munn.
Yeah, you do call her like that.
I legitimately thought she might have transitioned or something, and you were saying that out of respect.
Yeah, that's the thing. No, I didn't. I think what happened was I was so burnt out writing that part of the script, and my whole accent just kind of melded it together. So that's what ended up happening. I will owe up. That's a mistake. I'll just have to live with that fuck up that I just called her the wrong name.
It happens.
I've been working on this since December, so
officially, American Ninja Warrior is the only thing still alive from that era, from G4 of either era, still alive, other than Scapawaz technically, but.
Well,
if we're splitting hairs, we're splitting hairs.
I kind of forgot that fucking revitalization thing even happened. I didn't know Kit Boga was gonna get like a cartoon on there. That would have been fucking awesome.
Oh, that shocked the hell out of me too. I'm like, what? I was going through archives. I was like, what the hell is this?
When you
I think there was only like.
I remembered that, but I don't remember anything from that.
I think only like a little tiny like animation was made. That's it. It never actually ended up transpiring because he died so fast.
Yeah, like you were right. I mean, the only thing that really lasted at all as a legacy of that was that lady's like unhinged feminism rant. Other than that, I kind of forgot Adam Sessler was even involved in that. I remembered that it was charity fraud. The Black Hokage guy, and then
there's Sessler on the Prison Cam TV on the right.
Yeah, just clapping, big old claps.
The only thing I remember was in that they had because Kevin Pereira was already trying to bring back Attack of the Show under like a new thing, and that got like brought in the fold when G4 came in, and then that collapsed when G4 collapsed, and then again now he's doing a podcast about fucking AI, and it's like
well, that's interesting too, because getting into it a little bit more, once you put this video out, Adam Sessler found out about it very quickly, and he was fucking melting down about it, molding hardcore. I mean, he's already bald, but somehow he was molding.
Everyone who has seen it has come to a universal agreement. I wasn't even that hard on this.
Yeah, you were incredibly
you were pretty objective. I mean,
honestly, you could have been harsher. I'm gonna be real. You could have been harsher.
Yeah,
could have been harsher. Yeah, but
I guess maybe the one thing would be that you were like, you alluded to the fact that he might have been on some sort of substance at some point in time, which maybe he wouldn't like that, but really he just seems to mostly he seems to just be upset about the fact that he's like planning to write some kind of fucking memoir or something, and that you, I guess, made a YouTube video and now he can't or something. And
I think what he said was he couldn't get anybody to like buy his memoir or whatever, and then like I make this video, like I get 25,000 views in less than an hour. I think the whole thing was I wasn't wanting to crush his dreams. This is a video I wanted to make for a while, but I finally pulled the trigger and did it. I didn't know I was crushing his dreams for a memoir. That's the thing.
I mean, Look.
Well, I mean, like, he has so much to
How
talk
dare
about,
you
too.
do that while knowing everything that he was gonna do?
Yeah.
Obviously.
It's your
I
fault,
was warned
really.
by many people who, before I made this video, just how Sessler was. They had been in contact with Sessler and they talked to Sessler. And on like they've talked through him through social media. I was told, do not talk to him. He's something else these days, and that's what I took it as. That's why I never contacted him. I didn't even know how to contact him. I didn't know
yeah.
the blue sky.
I mean, you said in the video that he deleted or he got banned from Twitter or whatever, like a while ago.
I'm pretty sure he deleted his Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if he got banned, then his name wouldn't be able to be used for other things.
That's true.
Yeah, that is weird.
But you know, he talks in those tweets about like, oh my, I talked about the meltdown he had on my stream a little while ago, and it was just interesting to me because like, well, for one thing, he talks about like, oh my career, which spans the downfall of media companies and the rise of new media. It's like, okay, man.
I mean,
probably based on that, what you might want to do is make a fucking YouTube video talking about it. Like you just said for yourself, like the rise of new media, and now you're being threatened by that while you're over there trying to write your fucking grandpa book that no one's gonna fucking read.
Like he
could
make a good documentary out of that.
He
like
could,
30
yeah. That's the thing.
30
he
minutes
still
to an
knows
hour,
people.
but
He has the money. He's still in LA, I think.
There was recently like a documentary about Attack of the Show. Like, I didn't watch it because I just didn't think it'd be a good idea to watch. Yeah, it sounded a little cringe.
Oh yeah.
But
well,
they did that. Like somebody made that, and you could just make a YouTube video. You could start an audio podcast and tell your fucking thing and get more views. Or
like he's got a name, you know, like he's got the foot in the door that he needs, and probably more money than a lot of people have when they're just starting out in a YouTube channel. He could probably make like a reasonably successful channel, you know, if he wanted to. But I think he just looks down on YouTubers so much because he's got late TV career or whatever, so he's better.
Yeah.
The thing about it was, it wasn't just the fact that people said not to contact him because he was like that. I was also I knew if I got into contact with him, if I was able to, he wouldn't like the way I got when I met it, because you know I was jokey, I criticized it. I said a lot of that shit was really like offensive in there. I had to bring it up. I had to talk about that because that's a lot of the thing people remember from it.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think he'd be a fan of that.
There's a documentary by Chris Gore, and Chris Gore, I've got some opinions on him, but it came out in 2023. I haven't seen it, but it's called Attack of the Doc, and it's about Attack of a Show itself. I haven't seen it, but I know it came out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, he could easily do that, but it's interesting too. Like he also talks about one of his, and you mentioned it in your video, one of his crowning achievements, I guess, is founding some kind of AI company that he sold to Reddit. And
good.
Speaking of the other, well, yeah, speaking of the other guy's fucking AI podcast or whatever, like it's interesting that he also decided to, you know, make a quick buck off of some terrible technology, probably. I don't even know. Do we have any idea what that AI company was? Like, what specific?
Well, it's linked to Reddit, so it can't be good.
I'm trying to find. Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head, but yeah, the AI company shit is fucking wild. I don't know how that started, and it fucking sucks.
I mean, it's interesting to me too that he's just somebody who like never. Like, he seems like he has some degree of, I don't know if you'd call it quite trolls remorse or whatever, but he tried to pivot into a more, you know, let's say, socially aware direction back around 2014 or whatever.
Yeah.
And it didn't work out very well for him, but it's like now he responds with such, like, vehement anger if you bring up the fact that he was doing fucking ching-chong noises, like, 20 years ago. And I don't know, man. You could just like own up to that. That doesn't seem like the.
Yeah, it's really not that hard.
I feel Goober.
Yeah, I did that. Sorry.
Goobergate just broke a lot of people's brains around that time. It happened. Yeah. It's not just Sessler. That happened with a ton of people. It wasn't just him.
Yeah. You know, people spiral
but he's
all the
like,
time.
One of the lesser known things, Gamergate was like the start of the downfall of Boogie.
I suppose so, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
The first tumble down the stairs, you mean? Sorry.
The first of many.
Yeah.
Sessler, though, is like
First shot
uniquely... He still talks like somebody who was like really angrily anti-Gamergate back then. He's still so mad at like quote-unquote gamers. Like, he fucking hates anybody that calls themselves a gamer. I thought it was really funny in the video where you were like...
a slur.
I know. I thought it was really funny in the video where you said, like, oh, Adam Sessler would probably spit on me now, and I audibly out loud, I was like, oh, he definitely would now.
Yeah.
And look what happened. He did 3 hours later. Who is this mush fuck?
Mush fuck, yeah. Did you ever learn how to...
I love that.
Did you ever learn how to spell lawyer, by the way?
Never heard anything, but I think someone finally watched the video and told him what was in it. He said there's nothing really that bad. He hasn't talked about my video in like a week now, so maybe someone will tell about this. He'll watch this and get angry all over again. Who knows?
Somebody got him.
My issue with that is I will say I should have put like a "don't harass" disclaimer at the start of the video because after that video came out, people went on Blue Sky and started fucking with him. I did not want them to do that. I told them on Twitter, please don't
do that. Don't do that.
I mean, it's best to cover your ass with that, but if people are going to do that, they're going to do that anyway.
I didn't know people were going to do it. I thought he was off social media. That's why I did. I worked on it so long. It just completely passed my mind.
And plus, to be fair, Blue Sky does hide him. Like, you actually have to like enter into the search and then click onto his name because.
Well, because his whole account has been flagged as rude or something.
To be fair, it's because supposedly, and I'm just going off of what I've heard. So I don't have any photographical evidence. Please don't sue me, Adam. No offense. I'm taking my safety precautions now. Cutting my slack.
Yeah, he seems like a giant freak who would probably do that anyway, so it's good that you're doing that.
He was telling people, to do a little bit more than usual.
A flip.
Yeah.
Is the alleged
That's
thing
the
that
theory. Keeping yourself safe. As it were. Here's the thing. Spiritually, there is still a part of me deep down that wants that old Adam somewhere, even the old extended play Adam, somewhere down there in the core. I still kind of want that. I always have that little specter of hope for a lot of people, unless they're like, really, really a piece of shit. A Jared Leto type. Not the point.
I feel like Adam was a great entertainer. I'll say that. He was a fantastic entertainer.
Like, there's a certain era of X-Play that is a good watch. A good 24 minutes of television 5 days a week. I know because I was there. I remember it. And then they went to like an hour-long format. And that started to stretch out a little bit. You can tell the skits were a little... I remember an hour-long episode at some point. I remember that being like, you're stretching it. But...
I'm wondering now, because... I'm the only Canadian on the podcast currently, as far as I know, anyway. I'm wondering now, because I don't think any of you guys would know about it. There used to be a show called Electronic Playground.
Yes,
I've heard of it.
I remember it. Victor was something and Tommy Tallarico.
Fucking Tommy Tallarico was one of the hosts of it, and
Victor Lucas.
It was like
making a washed up.
Well, yeah, it was like one of the. I guess it was like our version of X-Play, kind of, but I think it might have predated even extended play, because he was doing that in the 90s, like the early 90s, mid to early 90s.
It was here on Tech TV. I remember that.
Okay,
we got that.
Yeah, we got some of that up here, and you'd just see him like interviewing Stan Lee for the old PlayStation Spider-Man game or whatever, and.
Sorry, my bad. I was going to say that apparently Tommy Tallarico had probably even worse opinions on games. Like, one thing I know, people talk, he fucking hated Nintendo. He hated Nintendo.
Yeah. I don't understand how he could hate Metroid fucking Prime.
Well, he probably hates Metroid Prime because he's like technically, I think he might have been fucking jilted from the production of that, because I've heard before that he worked on the soundtrack for it, which is absolutely not true. Like, Kenji Yamamoto did the soundtrack for that, but I think maybe he might have done like some of the sound design or something.
Yeah,
I don't believe he's even credited in the final like game. So
the crazy thing is that Tommy's a music guy. He's not the sound guy.
Well, yeah.
The whole behind Metroid Prime is a whole can of worms too. Learning all that shit, learning the guy who made it just started funneling it into parties and shit, and then Nintendo showed up and was like, "Where the fuck's our game?" And they took over the entire company and just shipped it off to somewhere else. And so
that's the guy who did the Guy game, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
it is.
Yeah.
He
is
later
awesome
went on and found a new company, and that game is illegal in a lot of places. So yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
I didn't know that until I was watching some gaming guy a little while ago on YouTube who mentioned that, and I was just like, wow, that fucking guy was responsible partially for one of my favorite games of all time and its sequel.
They were working on 5 different projects at the same time, and nothing was getting made until Nintendo was their biggest producer, and they showed up. Where's our game? And then they shut everything else down except one space game that they then turned into Metroid Prime. That's the whole gist of it.
I remember now what it was too. It was Matt McMuscles talking about Iguana Entertainment or whatever, the people that made Turok, amongst a few others, but they were kind of the refugees of some other company, and basically just a legacy of mismanagement from that fucking guy until now we have Miles McKenzie in Metroid Prime 4, and he's technically partially to blame for that.
Yeah. You guys see that game they were working on after Donkey Kong? It got leaked I think 2 years ago.
The edgy Zelda?
No, it wasn't edgy Zelda. It was
game. Right?
It was I think it was called Harmony. It was being made for the Wii U. It was this action adventure game where you played like a girl, and it was supposed to be a musical, and the whole thing got scrapped.
Yeah,
that sounds a lot like Child of Light.
The demo was intriguing, but it didn't seem like it would make a good game. That makes sense. Where it's this was a cool experiment. Where's the gameplay?
Yeah,
everything I've seen.
Yeah,
that's 2010s in general.
Very slow and clunky.
2010s was not a great time.
It's an experiment where it's you could kind of tell that they could get nothing really spinning out of it, and that's why they canceled that.
It's gone home.
I've seen no. It was more like a shittier Cameo, if you remember that game.
Oh God.
There you go.
I love that damn game. I own that game.
I love Cameo too.
I fucking hated Cameo when I played Cameo.
I played the shit out of that because it's the only game I had.
I just remember it being I wanted to like it because it was rare and because I had played it in kiosk Xbox 360 demos, and then I finally got it and I was like, oh, you have to switch to a different fucking character just to jump. This is fucking god awful. Jesus Christ.
One of 2 games my dad had on the launch 360. So
yeah, I mean,
but working, by the way, it's still fucking working.
Retro is definitely one of those gaming companies that's it's a bizarre fucking legacy of mostly nothing but bangers, but that's only the stuff that came out.
Yeah.
If you read between the lines of their actual releases, and it's Jesus, fuck, what happened here?
They canceled that they were working on before Metroid Prime.
Yeah, that football game, and
I'm
a bunch
pretty
of other
sure
shit.
The only game they put out before the last full game they put out before 4 was Tropical Freeze, which was 2014, 2015. So that's about 11 years or so of nothing.
Then they did work on the remaster, which only did take a year, and then the remaster of Prime, which took 2 years, 2.5
That's
years.
still 10 years of nothing. They probably were a co-studio.
So Mush, I hope you don't mind, but in the Spotify thumbnail, I've Doug demodomed you.
Oh,
go for it.
Hell yeah.
Very nice.
Pull it up on screen so it can be shown.
Sure.
Oh, that's amazing.
I love that. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Is that the fucking PlayStation font down there?
Yes, it is.
I also use that font in the video so it fits. Yeah.
Hey, nice. I didn't get a chance to watch it. Oh, by the way, since there's a quick break in the conversation, I've picked up a new soda.
Cream soda.
You don't have to. It just looks cool.
It's the lean soda. No, that one's cream soda.
This one's cream soda.
Cream soda guy.
I didn't throw this one away, but I got grape soda from them too. It's pretty good.
If you could mix that in a cup, that would be amazing. Trust me.
Is that alcoholic? It looks like booze.
Nope. No, it looks like beers.
What a beer!
It looks like brewskis, but it
looks like one of those Looks like one of those like Eastern European beers that have like gargoyles on it.
Okay, this fucks. This is like really sweet for a cream soda.
I've had a bowl packed here for like a week and a half that I've just left out.
Oh, dude, go for it.
I can't smoke it here because this is a fuck. I'm like moving to this place soon, so I don't want them to bitch about it. But that's fair.
So yeah, that's a good soda. That's a thumbs up for me.
You gotta smoke out of a dumpster. That sucks. Anyways, do we want to talk about Xbox basically just like putting a gun under their chin and then pulling the trigger?
Well, I saw the news.
Let me bring that up.
It's been a long time coming. I think everybody's
well, okay, to be fair, they've been
pretty much just been the way they've been doing it for the last couple years.
They've been playing Russian roulette, but they finally like pulled into the wrong chamber. This we're going from bad to worse. So Phil Spencer is retiring. Sarah Bond is just straight up fucking quitting. Matt Booty is promoted as Microsoft's AI exec. Asha Sharma is being promoted. It's never
AI Xbox.
AI exec is the lead now.
Yeah.
We don't have games, but we have AI.
I mean, listen. I don't know if it can be worse than Phil Spencer. Like, say what you will, people liked him. People liked him, but he has literally just destroyed the whole fucking brand.
Well,
here's the thing. Say what you will about the fucking guy being whatever.
Wheel spinning the brand. I wouldn't say he's been destroying it, but he's been.
Well, no, he put the final nail in the coffin of being like fucking. Oh, we lost the console war. Like,
yeah, that's dumb. But
to be fair,
that's the thing though, because at the start of his tenure, he was doing stuff well. Like
people
he was doing the Xbox Play Anywhere. He was doing he basically resurrected the Xbox One. You know, it was still pretty Xbox One, but
who was the fucking guy that he replaced? That was the guy that said to buy
Don Matrick.
Yeah, that was the guy that said to buy a 360 instead of an Xbox One, which really did great for them.
Yeah. I think that is what killed Xbox. That single line.
Because
you can finagle your way out.
The whole Xbox One's launch reveal was probably one of the worst ones ever. It was just, look how cool it is, and then just
check out all the TV you can watch with this puppy.
Now, see, here's the thing. The TV features actually were kind of cool as somebody who used them. The big problem
is reveal for a console.
First reveal.
Admittedly, they also did the fucking same thing with Nintendo, where they like really heavily hyped up the stupid TV shit on the Wii U gamepad, and nobody fucking watched that shit.
That was just it wasn't TV. It was a TV remote, and I used that shit.
There was
more than I used the Wii U.
Well, no, to be fair, there was a little bit there where they did have a TV guide feature called TV with TV.
Wait, wasn't that like Japan only though?
No, it launched.
It might have been that. It might have been that.
It flopped.
No, I tried to use it myself a bit once.
Yeah, it flopped hard.
Yeah,
it was only within 2 years. It was.
Damn, I didn't even. I genuinely didn't even remember that.
And now the
features, it was just so crammed full of features nobody used. Like, remember that Wii U chat thing? I think I used that maybe 3 times total.
To be fair, I did use that a lot just to like.
I didn't use it once.
Around with my cousin because you could actually like call just on the video thing. So I'd be playing Xbox.
Tristan, what the hell are you doing?
The most I ever used my Wii U for was going on a pirated anime site and watching anime on it.
The most I used my Wii U for was when I hacked it, which you can easily do. Go to wiiu.hacks.guide.
You're a little late there. I already did all that. Yeah, I suppose I got all that after.
That's for the audience.
I'm just letting everyone listening.
Oh, let me tell you guys.
wiiu.hacks.guide. Go there.
We're talking console launches. Yeah, of course, the PS3's launch was $600 and nobody wanted to buy that.
Yeah.
I got that thing modded and I got a custom firmware on it. One of the best damn things ever. Three generations, original PS3, 3 generations of Sony games, region free and all that. Fantastic.
The fat PS3 with a custom hard drive is the best thing PlayStation has ever fucking made, and I'll die on that goddamn hill.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, I kind of missed the 6-axis controller. It was a piece of shit, but like...
I mean, the DualSense...
It was my piece of shit.
The DualShock version.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I don't think I ever had the original, but like I miss like I was playing GTA 4 recently, and I miss horribly trying to tilt the fucking controller to drive the
The
motorcycle.
DualShock 3 is like the cheapest first-party controller I've ever used. It feels like it's going to break apart.
Oh yeah, it falls apart like shit. The fucking thumbsticks melted on me.
Wow. It may be because I haven't really tried out the DualShock 3, the last one that I basically had a PS1 and PS2 controller.
Imagine
able to use
holding a feather with triggers. That's
it's weirdly light, but also like the triggers. Oh, the triggers are the worst thing about the fucking DualShock 3.
Oh god, don't remind me.
So
like the triggers.
No, hold on. Let me go off on this for a fucking minute here.
I mean, they're a bit spongy, but they were fine.
They are so bad. I wish to God I had one so I could show you how bad they are. Because, like, here's how a normal trigger looks. Here's a DualSense Edge. I'm stupid and I bought this fucking thing. You see how a normal trigger works, right?
Yeah.
So, the Stadia controller is the closest one I have to this. I know. Hold on.
What?
By the way, MagicMush, you're new here. Bane's a giant fucking retard and a shill. Anyway, let's continue.
Okay, look, so I'll explain it later. But this is the closest one I have.
He really likes
still a normal
the Stadia controller.
Okay, hold on. It is actually a comfortable controller. That's why I've been
brought
buying
this fucking controller up so much. How many of these have you bought?
On the secondhand market, because all of them are basically useless outside of PC controllers now. I did buy like 3 of them for $20 one time.
Did they ever?
Implement I will say that's pretty cheap for controllers.
I guess that's a fine deal.
Did they ever?
Wait, actually,
dumbass
hang on.
Button where
was it 20 in all?
It like someone plays the game for you. Did they ever implement that?
Well,
was it 20 each or 20 for all?
It was 20 for all 3.
That's good. Okay,
so
that's
that never ended up really playing the game for you. I mostly used it to be like, I'd ask you like, hey, what's the time right now? Because it would actually not take over controls, so you could still ask it shit while you're playing. So that was kind of useful, but I mostly just played shit that I could play at work and hide it while I'm playing it. So I had an excuse for that. It was COVID. I could do that.
Fine, Bane. You get one.
I get my excuse. But when it it canceled, I got all that shit refunded, and then I just bought the controllers because it works on Steam with Steam.
Everyone knew that thing was gonna die.
Everyone
I guess. Okay, if you say so.
This controller is like the best of both worlds for me. It's almost an Xbox controller with the PlayStation sticks. And it fits in my hand.
I don't know. That doesn't sound very good to me.
I like
But if we're still talking about Xbox,
it sounds like it's a little bit too chunky and then also has bad stick placement.
I really feel like the reveal, like the fact they were like still using the Kinect when everyone hated the fucking Kinect except families, and then they're like, "Oh, it's required and it's going to spy on you, so we can sell you things."
Here's the thing:
the Xbox on
the Kinect sold very well, so I get why they wanted to keep with the Kinect. The thing is, it should have been a separate option. It should have always
Xbox. Put them in my cringe compilation
because like Kinect Adventures is the best-selling Xbox game outside of GTA 5. Like I get why they...
fuck, that's so embarrassing.
That's sad.
But again, the family.
Remember when they lied to people about Milo? Remember when they lied about making a boy?
What? They didn't lie about what they wanted to do, but it was just
I think it might be
that they even tried it like that. And...
I mean, you could do that now, but this was like 2009.
Yeah,
it's a good thing it did come to fruition, or else Jeffrey Epstein would have bought Microsoft. Oh yeah, and then we would have.
Well, hey, he bought into Activision. We talked about that before.
True, but
Jeffrey Epstein, best friends.
I think even like back then. But back then, it was a terrible idea to try to announce a console that was always online.
Yeah.
Even now, I don't think that would go over super well.
Yeah.
I don't
like the idea of it.
Like everyone, most people that would buy a game console now are probably on the internet in some way. But like,
well, I think if that
imagine your internet goes out. Imagine your internet goes out. you're fucked. You can't play any video game.
I think
Games
one of
you
the big
own.
three is just when this next generation rolls around. One is just dying to pull the trigger and actually do the Xbox One again with the same always online shit. No disc drive. You can only play digitally.
You know what?
One is just willing to pull the trigger and they'll take the blunt of it. But like,
Given
there's
the
so
way
many
they've
people who would just
been-
buy that now.
I'm surprised Nintendo didn't do it with the Switch too.
Yeah, given the way they've
there's
been
too
moving
many
lately,
Switch
I
One
would see
cards.
Nintendo.
There's too many Switch One cards.
I
I
guess.
finally got
will
a
say,
Switch too because I want to play.
if
Bayonetta,
they weren't
but, like,
doing-
see,
I got one too.
If they weren't doing the Switch 2 and it wasn't portable, I would absolutely see it happen.
I got a fucking Switch 2 just to play Metroid Prime 4, and now I want to shoot myself in the fucking face.
Eventually,
I've
another game
I've
will come
heard
out that's
look,
worth
yeah,
it.
it's
To be
very
fair,
divisive.
I'm also it's a Dust Bloods machine in a few months also for me. So
That's true. I might have to pick that up because, like,
I-
I didn't really give a shit when I saw them announce it, but now I have the stupid fucking thing that was
I-
nearly $1,000 Canadian dollars. So, like, hey, might as
I-
well.
And seeing you
I'm a
guys have
sucker.
seen the Virtual Boy shit, right? It finally came out.
I
They
saw
built it.
DSP playing Virtual Boy, and that was a great, a great
Here's
clip.
the deal with that.
Oh,
Yeah.
They
I thought you meant
purposefully
Virtual Boy
designed-
as in Milo.
No.
the headset thing.
Different
they-
Virtual
no.
Boy.
Yeah.
They made it to where you cannot play it docked. It flat out tells you if you
Whoa.
want to play this, pull it
didn't
out
know
the
that.
dock. And then when you
Wow.
pull it out, it's unplayable without the headset. It's like the way they designed it. They purposefully designed it. You needed the headset.
To be fair,
They
though,
could have not designed it that way.
Thanks.
I
Nintendo.
understand
How much-
why. I just don't get why they didn't make a flat screen version too. It just
How
makes
much
sense.
was the stupid fucking cardboard thing?
$100.
No, I think
Really?
I think the cardboard is
100
40.
US.
No, the cardboard I think is 40, but the
Oh my god,
cardboard
40?
you have to hold like this, so that may not
Oh
be
my
good for the
god.
situation.
Well, that's not gonna work for me.
the
No.
plastic
Sorry.
replica.
I'll tell you what,
Which-
give me a sec.
God.
I'm sorry.
Ugh.
But the plastic replica. Here's the
Nintendo.
thing. I could actually.
I don't even-
Hold on. I could 3D print you something that could hold that like cardboard thing, but it would take about
Like, this
as
is
much material.
You want to play some
buy the
Virtual Boy
100.
video games?
I
I'll tell you how
honestly
to
don't.
do it.
Okay.
I thought that wasn't for some reason. I
Oh,
thought
is
that was
he
an
doing
game
it?
for a second. It's not.
I wish it was.
You gotta wait for it. Check out. Oh,
Oh fuck! Yay, our logo.
check that fucking loud equals funny.
Yay.
thing. Oh, ain't that awesome?
What did you? Put
You might have to
there?
blur that because I have my address here just in case it gets lost.
I don't think we saw that, but we saw the
I-
logo.
Yeah.
Fuck! I will have. I'll take a look before I
That's it.
post it to Patreon. How about that?
Thank you.
Well,
Yeah.
I
I don't know what
41
he's about to
minutes.
show here, but I will say the fucking 3DS is great for when you hack it. You throw some
Check that
Virtual
out,
Boy
yeah.
games on there. You can actually play them with the proper 3D. You can change the
Yeah.
color palette, so it's
Yeah,
not
see,
red and
that's-
black.
that's
It's like
great.
purple and black or whatever. You know.
The thing about it was they showed in like the reveal trailer they were playing the games in 2D. They had the ability to make us do that, but they won't. They just want you to pay $100 for the damn headset.
Of course.
I understand. It sucks. I
Check
do,
that out. Check out this Tetris.
I do think that
I'm losing.
you are. I do think that it is cool that they did rebuild a replica of it. But
I mean, like,
it's
Listen,
also
it stops being a novelty when it starts costing money.
yeah, that is
Yeah.
that is a point
Or,
where it's
at the
like
very least,
to
when it's
actually
optional.
play it.
I mean,
that
to be
requires
fair, you
that.
don't. To
That's
be
what's
fair,
nice.
you don't need to have the like. I know this is like the worst excuse ever, but like you don't need to have the fucking Virtual Boy games. Like, yeah, I guess I see the vision a little bit. Like, if you're going to play
That's
them,
what you right here.
it kind of does make some more sense to play them with the stupid fucking gay headset.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I'll
I
show you
don't
how
really want to have to pay $100 for that shit either. But like, that is kind of
Yeah.
that's Virtual Boy. You know, if you're gonna do
Yeah,
it, you're gonna do
it's
it.
the core principles of the Virtual Boy.
At
all
that
lumped
point,
up
I'll
into
just buy
one.
the original
Yeah.
Virtual Boy and the games that come with it. Spend $1,000 on Jack Brothers and play it that way.
No, hang on. Hang
Does
on.
the
Yeah, at least you
Twitch
should be
one
able to
have
see the
Jack Brothers?
rasterized image,
This is
which actually looks pretty cool in
this
person. I've
doesn't
seen it.
have Jack Brothers yet, but it is getting Jack Brothers. It is coming later this
Oh,
year.
My
okay.
favorite- My
Fun
favorite
fact.
piece of history.
I have every single Virtual Boy game on this thing, and it takes up
Oh,
less
like-
than a gigabyte.
So this is
Oh,
how it
yeah.
looks
Like
25 of
currently.
them.
If you put it in there, also you can see my TV.
That looks. Oh,
So that's how, because it goes in there and then it uses the lenses to simulate the
yeah.
way. I'll try to pull up a game. You were playing
My
3D Tetris,
my
right?
favorite. My favorite thing about Jack Brothers, it was the first ever game we ever got from, like, it was the
Yeah.
first ever Shin Megami
Yep.
Tensei game that left Japan. Fun fact.
Was it?
What a great
It
first
was.
start.
It was.
It was,
Okay.
yeah. They like Americanized it because like in Japan, it's
Yeah,
like
that's
English,
right.
Jack Frost
That's
and stuff,
true.
and then they made them edgy and stuff.
They made it look like spooky horror movie monsters or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay, so
man.
yeah, a little bit of 3D
The-
Tetris for that ass. Look at that. It's not
you
working,
know,
and
that's something.
Is V Tetris available?
Great question.
Because 3D Tetris kind of sucks, but V Tetris is just Tetris.
This
It's
fucking
nice. It has
console.
banger
Galactic
music.
Pinball, Golf.
This fucking console has like 5 games for it, and 2 of them are Tetris. This is nonsense.
Telero Boxer, Red Alarm, the Innsmouth one, and Virtual Boy Wario Land is currently available. And
Thank God it comes with Wario Land. That's like the killer app.
Turning it on again.
That's the best game. Wario has the glory of having the best game on a console. That's like universally.
Well, I mean, GBA as well. You ever played with WarioWare?
I mean,
That's
GBA
just
has,
awesome.
Land 4 is pretty good.
yeah,
GBA has like Metroid Zero Mission. There's some competition, but for
Well, I
WarioWare
guess
4 is pretty good.
I assumed we were talking about Mario characters.
Okay.
fair enough.
Because
Yeah,
Mario didn't have an original game on there unless we're
That's
talking
true.
about like Mario RPG.
He was
Yeah,
going to
that's
have a
true.
game on the Virtual. Oh, we're talking about Game Boy. Sorry, still
Yeah,
stuck
you're
on
good.
Virtual Boy.
Also,
Okay.
yeah, we're getting a fucking a new F-Zero game. I think technically, we're finally technically, isn't it Zero? I think Zero Racers is coming out. The game that never released.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
I didn't even know the Virtual Boy had
news to me.
unreleased games.
Oh, there's like 7 because people
Wow.
went a little all in.
There's a
for
bunch of
moment.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's almost
that's
as
kind
many
of
as there are
interesting,
games.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of a selling point a little bit. I mean, like if they're going to
Yeah.
put out more of the unreleased
that's
shit, I mean,
cool.
that's pretty interesting.
Give it a few days and they'll rip the ROM and put it online, but that's
Obviously.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, a few days. Give it like 72 minutes. I guarantee it.
Oh yeah, people do that all the time. Just new ROM gets put up online. People just dump that stuff. That's actually something I'm bringing up in my next video because the thing with that is my next video is going to be talking about. It's called the internet's destruction of ancient artifacts, where the internet would go out of its way to like destroy something, a piece of history for internet likes or for their own selfish reasons.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Oh,
And I'm bringing up in a section where they I talk about. I've called it media hoarding, where people will get these extremely rare pieces of media
yeah.
and then purposefully hoard them from the internet
Yeah.
because they don't want anybody else to see them.
Martin
stuff like
Shkreli,
that.
something.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's a great example. There are examples like within gaming history that you could point to too. I remember there was one that was kind of like that. I don't know if you're thinking of talking about this one at all, but it was that NES game Bioforce Ape that never came
I
out.
talked
That was
about that
unreleased?
years ago. I
Yeah.
talked about that years
Oh,
ago, like one of my
okay.
first videos. Yeah.
Damn, okay. Yeah, where they were like talking about it on that forum and everybody thought it was some kind of like scam, and then it actually turned out it was a real game that never got released, but yeah, there was some, I forget the lore of it, but there was some
I still remember
fuckery
this
in
because
that
I'm
thread.
autistic as hell. I still remember it. In 2005, a supposed ROM leaked online, and this guy was showing screenshots of it, and the forum started arguing whether he should dump it or keep it to himself so he can reserve its value. But then, as they kept arguing, more and more screenshots of the game started showing up that were suspiciously similar to the damn forum post they were talking about, and it was later revealed the entire thing was a fake, and he destroyed a fake ROM. Then after that, everyone thought the game had to be like a joke or fake at this point. Then years later, an actual ROM shows up online. Someone buys it and then dumps it. So yeah, that's the story behind there.
Bioforce.
There's a lot of that in the.
I've played a little of that game, and it's like unplayably fucking fast. Like you move.
Yeah, it's
at
very
super
technically
fucking
impressive
speeds.
too.
Yeah, I mean, like it's impressive. It's just like you can't fucking play it. Like,
I read about this one where this guy was hoarding an extremely rare arcade cabinet, like only one was ever made, and then they wanted to dump it. These guys, these archivists, he needs some maintenance done on this arcade machine, so these archivists fucking posed as arcade repairmen and then started dumping the game while he wasn't looking.
That's awesome.
Online. Yeah,
That is
I'm gonna
great.
talk about that too.
Wild.
And like, do you have any
It is a
legal?
literal heist.
Do you have any like legal claim to that? Can you sue when those archivists do that? Because it's not like your property.
It's
a
like he
gray
only
area.
owns the arcade cabinet. He doesn't own the trademark. But
Yeah. So
can
he's kind of just
technically-
being a huge fuck ass, really.
You can
I mean,
technically
like,
say that like they broke and entered, or they entered. I guess.
Maybe.
I mean, I heard.
I'm not trying to
they
give
did
anybody any ideas.
It's-
you know.
It's probably some
false
kind of fraud,
pretenses,
but also
I think it's
Yeah.
fun.
good luck finding.
I
a
heard
court.
they did fix the arcade machine, so they did their job. They just dumped the game while he wasn't looking.
Right?
Well,
Oh,
that's
nice.
based.
That is pretty basic.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds like a great video. That's gonna be a
Yeah.
good one to
Also, got to
watch.
talk about that Backyardigans pilot shit that went
Yeah,
on last year.
I was about to ask about that, but I was like, I think maybe you got that.
I am not familiar. I'm not familiar with this.
Okay.
When I heard Backyardigans, I remembered the fucking fan fiction that the guy made where he mutilates all of them, but I don't think that's what you're talking
It
about.
was a huge controversy. On the Backyardigans wiki, yes, of course there is. There was one of the lead admins had the pilot to it, and this thing, he had like one of the only remaining copies of it. He absolutely
It
refused
was
to leak it
effectively
online.
a version of a Backyardigans that was live action.
They were in costumes and stuff.
Yeah, kind
and
of
he
like a
refused to show it online.
Teletubbies-esque version.
I don't know the
Oh.
full details yet, but I'm going to get on that and just talk about it a bit because that's what I'm getting at.
Let me tell you, it's kind of like it is almost like a version of a heist movie, but by like adult man children who run a forum for Backyardigans.
I can't believe I've never heard
Sounds
more
awesome.
about this. This sounds so up my
see,
alley
here's the
of
thing.
like
There's
shit
it
that I
is
would
so
talk
I'll send you a
about.
link later.
It was so far
I'll
up
send you
your
a link later,
alley
but like
that
it's full. Yeah.
it was so far
Okay.
up your alley that I just had assumed you heard about it and was like, I don't care
Yeah,
about this.
so did
I think like I might have vaguely heard about it, but I did not pay attention at all because I don't give a shit about Backyardigans. But like I don't know the concept of it. When you mentioned it's a heist movie with a bunch of like autistic 40-year-olds who love the
Well,
Backyardigans, like
I guess I'd
that's
say like one of
It's
them
like-
is one of them's hoarding like someone's treasure, but just like blatantly lying about it. I guess that's what.
Yeah.
Did that just happen?
apparently React Bot.
Well, it happened.
I was
So
gonna
it's like,
ask-
now you see me, but instead of autistic about magic, it's autistic about
also want to
little
talk
penguins.
about. I don't know why lost media people are so obsessed with baby shows. I don't know why. It's they are always looking
Childhood
at the
dreams.
toddler show. I don't know.
That and I
I want
there's
the.
a lot
We
of
need the episode
overlap.
of SpongeBob where the evil guy has a close up.
Hyper-realistic
SpongeBob is
blood.
so
They
robust
cut
and
it.
adult, but like
They
well,
cut
it's
it
like
because
also the
the
level
children.
of like autistic to investigate this shit also like has a Venn diagram.
Kind of an overlap.
Yeah.
yeah.
I will say autism sadly doesn't always translate to found things because
Yeah.
Doctor Who has 97 missing episodes.
Hey, how many
No,
was that
no.
10 years ago, brother? That's a question.
I
96, maybe 90, like 4.
Okay,
No,
how
no,
many
no,
was
no,
it, like
no,
30
no, no,
years
no,
ago,
wait,
then?
wait,
Make me
sorry,
prove my
sorry,
point
sorry.
better.
I'm going in the opposite direction. It was like 103 maybe at the max.
So, then 30 years ago. Make me prove my point better. Shit. I need better
30,
data.
30 years ago it was like I think in the 200s.
Yeah, see, there you go. That proves my point.
But it's interesting. I mean,
In the
talking
long
about Mush's Mushfuck's new video idea. That it sounds like a really cool idea for video. And you mentioned Doctor Who. I'm just thinking about like, yeah, there have been people that have just sat on like lost Doctor Who episodes just to be like dicks about it.
They'll do
And,
it. They do it to anything that has like purported value that will just sit on.
Oh.
Yeah, for
So-
no
so you retain
reason
the
other
value,
than yeah, I guess somebody like
There's-
hypothetically might buy it from them, but then
Yeah, there's
whoever-
that, and then there's also like the prestige of owning it.
Yeah,
I gotta talk about. I'm gonna be talking about the StarCraft source code that the Redditor got, and then he gave it back to Blizzard.
That fucking
Yeah, I
son
saw
of a
you
I
bitch.
post
cannot
that.
believe he did that.
Yeah.
Well, like, answer me this: are you going to talk at all about what is the album called? Once Upon a Time in Shaolin, the Martin Shkreli Wu-Tang record.
I didn't know about this. Tell me about this.
Oh, okay.
And, like,
You
all the video.
No,
Well, hold on. Do
There's-
you know about
there's-
Martin Shkreli?
No. A little bit, not that much.
Pharma
though.
Bro.
Okay. So
Yeah,
Martin
he's
Shkreli's a piece of shit who got rich.
professional asshole.
He got rich off of
That's a
his
good-
daddy,
yeah.
basically. Again, no lawful lawsuits to anyone else here, including Mush. so basically, he got rich off of that. He started getting into pharmaceuticals. He basically jacked up the price of insulin by like 1,000%, just because he could, and because he's a fucking cunt, and because for some reason insulin is public.
Especially when he's talking about it, he has such a punchable face.
Yeah, he's a smarmy asshole. He did one funny thing and was bullying a comedian one time when he tried to cold call him, but I'll link that to you later.
That was funny. He has two expressions: smug and "oh god, I just got arrested and they stole my Wu-Tang album."
Yes. So
there's an album recorded by, I think, most of the members of Wu-Tang Clan.
I think it was all of them at the time. Though all of them were alive.
It is post ODB's death, so like it doesn't feature the best member.
Rest in peace.
But yeah, I think they made it for some kind of charity function or something. And they've later talked about it as like, it's not the best album ever, don't get your hopes up. But it was bought by Martin Shkreli, so now there is just this lost Wu-Tang Clan album, and I think that was later.
Previously, the Wu-Tang had it, and they would like air it at like I think backstage at events.
Yeah, and there's fake leaks of it.
They play it for people.
It's not enough that they have the only physical copy. Nobody else can enjoy it. That's the thing. That's how it is.
Well, that's exactly. And then
when Martin bought it, he got the rights to it also as the rights.
But I think it was then like bought by some other fucking like NFT company or whatever, and it had like a countdown on its website that was like, the more you donate, the faster the countdown will decrease.
Well, I definitely got to talk about this then. So I just now learned about this. I was still doing research on this video.
Let me see if I can find if they.
The last I heard of it was in the hands of police after Martin got arrested, but that was like a decade ago.
Oh yeah, no, it was in the last couple years. It got taken over by some NFT firm, and the important thing to mention about that is that RZA, the kind of pseudo main guy behind Wu-Tang Clan, is like unfortunately kind of a fucking boomer who thinks that NFTs are cool, and thinks that if you I have to try to remember the lyrics from like his recent solo album from a few years ago where he's like, I'm gonna upload me and my kids onto the blockchain and we won't have to worry about food or shelter. And it's like, man, you're the Wu-Tang Clan guy. Your kids don't have to worry about shit for one thing. Like, but yeah,
I think I might put a funny bullet through my fucking funny, silly ass little head.
I think he is like partially connected to this scheme. So the ongoing like inability for anybody to listen to this Wu-Tang record is partially responsible. Like the fucking main guy from the band has some partial responsibility for that at this point.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I guess it's his right on some level, but you know,
it's crazy that they each don't have like their own copies that they could just like put out if things get out of hand.
I mean, they might, but there's probably like a legal element to it, you know.
Yeah, probably.
I'm.
Yay, I love the law. I love copyright law.
You can listen to
I love how it only applies to us and not AI companies.
I don't know if
data.
I don't know if you can technically listen to it. There are a bunch of like fake leaks of it, but they're all like not actually Wu-Tang.
If
the whole thing is weird.
I'm
You're good. I'm just
for our wonderful listeners who don't know, I woke up like 20 minutes before we started recording.
You're good. You're fine.
But there's probably been a lot more fakes recently because of AI music.
Well, no, like there's an actual way, I guess, to stream it. I just don't know how, and I'm not giving this company money, so I'm not.
You know, I've been sitting here this entire time.
I'm gonna look it up,
and I just now noticed that Castlevania poster in his background.
Yeah,
I know, it's great. It's beautiful.
It is gorgeous.
That was $7, and it came from Zhijiawan, China.
Lament of Innocence or Curse of Darkness? Which one is
Lament of Innocence.
It's Lament of Innocence.
Yeah, Curse of Darkness.
I gotta get the PS2 ones. I've heard that pretty good.
I have a Castlevania cover. display down here, but unfortunately you can fucking barely see it.
I
All you
just
can
played
see is
Symphony of the Night for the first time, like last year.
Oh,
Enjoyed
very
the
nice.
hell out of it. Yeah.
You should check out our Castlevania episode. You can hear all of my opinions on
Yeah.
Castlevania 2,
We did
Simon's Quest.
We
hours
talked
of
for
not
literally
hours.
over an hour. We talked for literally over an hour about Castlevania 64, and it's not
opinions.
good. It's not good. I don't recommend it actually.
Already. So
Yes.
There it is.
Holy fuck!
My
it's got the
baby.
Simon's Quest.
Very nice.
It's
Speaking of
really,
which-
really isn't as bad as everyone says. I also have the obvious ones.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
very
Everybody who owns an NES has to have these.
I'm trying to
Gold
find.
cartridge. Very
Yeah.
I'm
nice.
trying to find something equivalent to me owning Simon's Quest. The only thing I
Holy
saw was a physical
dive.
copy of mine.
What is that?
Holy
I know
dive.
all of these games.
Oh, nice.
Check it out. It's
Yeah,
got
the game-
Randy
the
on the
game's-
back.
I've heard that game's
Yeah.
really difficult too.
It's hard.
Yeah, the only
Well,
game
it
I
is-
had
it
to
is
show was a
very
physical
good. I
copy
love
of
it.
Mind's Eye.
How embarrassing.
Yeah.
See, that's less Simon's Quest, more Master Chew and the Drunkard
I was
Who.
gonna say
I
I
know,
have
Shadow,
a ginormous
but-
collection back here. It's ginormous.
See, I don't have any.
I have
bad
a lot of rare
games
stuff
my
in
NES
here.
collection.
I've got
Oh, nice.
I only collect games I want to play.
Yeah,
I've
put
got-
these back in
The only like really rare game I think I have would be the Japanese version of I'll say Yakuza Ishin, but unfortunately then they remade it in English, so now it's not that interesting anymore that I own it.
Well, you
The
But,
best
you
find
know-
I ever had was I walked into a thrift shop one time, and there it was, a copy of Skies of Arcadia Legends for
Ooh.
$50.
that's not a bad price.
That game goes.
That's
for
not a bad
260.
price for basically any retro
but
game nowadays.
fucking-
It
yeah.
sucks.
That is. I wish
I scooped it up.
Well, yeah, I that was one of the funny parts of your recent video was the
bastards.
games for cheap bastards, where it's like, yeah, none of these games are cheap anymore. I mean,
Yeah.
like you can't buy
Yeah.
I remember
any of
some
this
them
shit
being
for
good-
less than like hundreds of dollars now.
I remember some of them being decent enough recommendations, though, from what I remember, because I'd be like, okay, it's a game
For the
I'll play.
time, maybe, yeah.
The good thing is, unless it's like past PS3, 360, you can just emulate it
Mhm.
all.
Yeah.
It's true.
Issue with me, I'm a
it's
bit
not
of a
quite the
purist. I
same.
want to play it like how the devs intended a lot of the time. I will do like an emulator if it's not working well on the console, but yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it is with me.
It
I-
just depends
I-
on how easy it is for me to access.
Like emulating DS games is awful. I have a hack.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
to
get
be
that.
fair, on
That's not
anything,
I have
it's
a,
awful. Except for
They're
when
fine on this,
Wii
but
U.
this has like a very specific like control
Yeah.
setup.
That is what
It
we-
It's
uses
also
like a
best
weird
use
version of
case.
Drastic.
It's really unfortunate when you play. I've got an R4i card or whatever it is for DS games
Yeah.
for my 3DS, and you'll start playing something and it'll seem like it works fine. Some of the games work fine, but then it's like, oh, I actually really want to play Pokemon Platinum. Oh, that one doesn't fucking work. Oh, I want to
Yeah.
play. I want to play a JRPG that no one's ever heard of, which was apparently really good, called Nostalgia. Doesn't fucking work properly on the R4i card. It's like just everything that I find myself occasionally wanting to play is just not available, and it's just such a fucking pain in the
the
ass.
thing about that game, Nostalgia, the thing about that is, I remember I was going back at my game glitches video, and that's a video I regret heavily, because what
Oh.
ended up happening was, a lot of people have said it's just kind of a big knockoff of Flippy's video, and I can't say they're wrong, because what ended up
A whose
happening
video?
was, the guy Flippy, if you know that,
Oh,
The name does.
FL1PPY,
The name does.
I'm not familiar.
I've heard of the
he made a
I haven't
bunch
seen any
of
of this shit.
he made a bunch of like game videos that went viral like
Okay.
10 or so years ago. I did use that as reference, and my idea was, it's been 10 years and there's been a bunch of stuff going on. Maybe there's a lot more that he missed. And then I finally did the research.
Yeah.
There was not much to work
Not
with.
much. Yeah.
Almost every single thing. He really did cover the most important ones, and I tried my. What ended up happening was I wrote the script beforehand. This is when I wasn't really that well entranced in my whole thing. I didn't really have the script writing process and research process down enough.
Yeah.
So I just ended up kind of writing it running the ones I want to talk about, and then work from there. I just ended up with a cheap knockoff of his video, and I cut the monetization off because I didn't feel like I did any research. But I remember there were some glitches I wanted to talk about that didn't really have any archival footage. You mentioned the game Nostalgia. Apparently, that game has a very infamous glitch. Something happened in the production of the cartridge. 1/3 the copies of the game, like when you're fighting the second to last boss, the game will just freeze every time without fail.
Oh, that's horrible.
Every time. Yeah, I want to talk about that, but I could find no evidence online that this was anything. No footage.
That's
not even a rip.
That's about it.
Damn.
You may have to start buying physical copies of it.
Yeah.
What do I do here? Do I sit here and talk about this and play through a 40-hour RPG that might have a glitch that might not even work, or what do I do here exactly?
Maybe you could like go on eBay and see if you could find a copy that says, "Hey, this ain't working."
Yeah, you might be able to find that.
This is one of the ones that's glitched.
I couldn't find anything.
I never saw that
cheaper.
I never saw that video of yours, but it just reminds me of the famous Bubble Bobble DS game where it like breaks after level 30 or whatever.
I talk about that in the video too.
Okay, yeah. The boss just like doesn't load in or whatever, and they had to like re-release it.
That's like one of two videos I regret is that one in the Chibi video.
What's wrong with the Chibi video?
The thing with the Chibi video is, okay, I'll be completely honest here.
He didn't hate Zip.
I was appealing to a very specific demographic with that video. Fans of a certain 4-leaf clover site, because they were making threads on them all the time, and all that was based on that. And what I did was, I was just kind of doing what the other channels of that type were doing, the whole lolcow things. I didn't really have my... this is when I was just throwing shit at the wall to see what worked, and people... That video, of course, blew up.
I mean, I'll say this for you. You're an inspiration to me in a way because, you'll talk about stuff you'll talk about stuff that's like lolcow related or whatever, and then you'll do a video about some gaming shit. And, it's like, I don't know. I've unfortunately kind of pigeonholed myself into like one demographic of thing that I talk about.
Hey, there's always time to change. You can always play. You can always restart that playthrough of Herb Sims in the City where you're playing Mr. and Mrs. Obama.
Mr. and Mrs. Obama.
You can always restart that.
Do that.
I am intending.
You made him look like Ronald McDonald, didn't you?
Yeah, he had like an orange afro. It was great. I am intending to do more stuff this year that's like a little bit of a step out from what I normally do, but it's like you don't seem to have too much difficulty with that, with just kind of making whatever thing you want to talk about, basically.
Yeah, if I can make it entertaining, it's the thing. That's the thing. A lot of my videos are based around if I come up with one really good bit or really good joke I can work with, like that whole Dobson video. People adore the Dobson video. That's the thing.
That's a good video.
But after I really based it off of the fact I really want to make that joke about the Woody and Buzz comic. The Tell Your Girls to Smile. I really wanted to dub over that, and I decided to build the entire video around that until I got to that. I will come up with one really good bit and work from here.
Okay,
that's how it works.
Hold up,
that's a good way to do it.
Wu-Tang and the conversation's entirely gone away.
Damn.
Sorry.
I mean, that's fine. I was just gonna look up like how the hell you even listen to it.
Yeah, that's something. As I was looking into it, I was like, I'm looking into that off stream. I'll off recording. I'll
do some research on that now since you told me about it, because this is the first time I'm hearing about that.
I just thought it was a clusterfuck. I hate Martin Shkreli.
Yeah, that was an
even if he didn't hoard the album for himself, fuck Martin Shkreli.
Yeah, it's kind of like a two-tiered fuck him kind of thing for me. Multi-tiered, multi-layered, as it were.
Well, it sounds like a very versatile subject for a video. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm actually really fucking curious because there's
sorry that we might have given you an extra 20 minutes or whatever to work with talking about.
No, just make it longer.
If you want to bring Doctor Who up in the episode, I can double the length for you, buddy.
No, trust me.
It's true. Actually, if you're talking about people that are like, if you're talking about people that are like
missing episode of Doctor Who now. Well,
yeah,
the reconstructions and animations.
In fact, I'm not even kidding. The Doctor Who, maybe even a fucking follow-up episode. There's so much.
Well,
that's
97 missing episodes, and
that's the thing.
One of them was stolen. A few of them are absolutely for sure in the hands of private collectors. One of them is I think currently being handled by a charity group, which may release it soon.
And of course, like, famously, the reason why all of this is a problem is because the BBC just fucking destroyed all their copies of Doctor Who back in the day.
Shitty record keeping. Fucking the source code for a bunch of Capcom games is just gone.
Yeah, that's the same problem with a lot of the PS1 Final Fantasy games and like Square Enix shit. Like they can't make a proper remake of FF9 because they don't have any of the shit.
They had to remaster Kingdom Hearts 1 from scratch because they lost the source code. Yeah, they're doing it all the damn time.
And it's like, I'm sorry, buy a couple fucking hard drives. Like, you're a big company. What's wrong with you?
To be fair, a lot of them didn't really think about preservation because it was kind of just, you know... Some of it was because it was new.
Make toys.
For a lot of Doctor Who, you could say because it was new.
Yeah, that's the thing. For Doctor Who, it was that
and the budget,
and also they didn't really.
There was no respect.
Home video didn't exist at the time, and also
a great deal of disrespect for Doctor Who being a fantasy sci-fi nonsense show for babies or whatever.
When the reclamation efforts started, it was Doctor Who was the thing. This was during the Fourth Doctor's era.
The thing you notice about like archivist shit is like there is now an autist for like every single piece of media out there. Oh, yeah. If you make it, they're going to archive it. I've had several people come up to me and tell me if your channel ever goes down, like I've archived all your videos, so just go right back up. That's people ask me if you don't like the cheating video that much, just delete it. Well, they've already archived it. Yeah,
it's his own librarian. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
I don't regret real quick because I was appealing to the Clover site. I regret it because I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Well, yeah, it's that kind of early on, just kind of like finding your footing kind of thing.
I imagine Claw had that at some point too. Every YouTuber has that. They don't know what the hell they were doing.
But real quick to finish up the BBC thing, the Doctor Who thing, the main thing with the BBC is that film was very expensive at the time, and they had to like reuse that shit.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
It's unfortunate, but at least people are working on.
It's not quite as egregious as. It's not quite as egregious as those 10 gigabytes of source code. Let's just delete them.
Yeah,
let's just delete it.
Or the one thing they chose to back up was the like beta files. Konami, why did you do that?
Yeah. And unfinished
weren't they
version.
taping over all episodes too to like keep greasing the same tapes? Didn't some get destroyed that way?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I could talk about that game Cookies Bustle, but apparently the copyright trail behind that is still at large to this day. You even mentioned it. That guy will find you.
Okay, kind of like the guy who
hello, trademark guy. I hope you like our podcast.
Kind of like
just go back to the video and blink that out. I never something bustle. Like
hey, look, I got a lawyer on retainer.
Just get
so
bubble.
Yeah. It's kind of like the guy who used to own the name Edge tried to sue like EA.
Oh god, that fucking freak.
Yeah, that's the best way to describe that guy. Honestly, a fucking freak. Anyways,
well, a lot of freaks out there.
I'm sorry if I've spurred a little too much. I know we had topics to talk about.
That's fine.
No, it's cool.
Honestly,
it's cool.
We were just busy talking about how. Yeah, we were busy talking about how Xbox is fucking failure. I was thinking about this earlier.
Yeah.
I was doing some shopping earlier. I walked past a GameStop and I was thinking like, man, Nintendo's really got like fucking nothing this year. And then I realized none of them have anything this year.
Yeah.
Like Sony just killed Bluepoint, which everyone loved Bluepoint.
Yep.
They just shot Bluepoint in the fucking head.
They literally bought them to kill them.
They've got like nothing coming out this year of any interest except maybe the next like remaster of Last of Us or whatever the fuck,
We're getting State of Play, which has
that's the thing.
Before that. I'll see.
That's the thing. There's finally a new fucking Castlevania coming out. It looks pretty cool. It's not exactly my Castlevania, but it looks like it'll be a good Castlevania. I'm looking forward to it.
I had a brand new Legacy of Kain game. That's what got me. There has not been a Legacy of Kain game in 23 years.
Yeah.
Not 23.
And they've got the original voice actors back, too. They've got the bitch wife from Breaking Bad involved again, which is cool.
Damn. So it was 2003. Yeah, 23 years.
And they're remastering, I think, the last one that came out.
Yep.
They ignored like Blood Omen 2 was what gets me. They like just ignored that.
I
That's
feel
bizarre,
like that one's probably still tied up a little bit in rights, if only because of the engine it was on, because it wasn't on like a different engine.
It was probably on renderware or some shit.
Some of that
know
is...
Tony J because he's been
Epstein
gone
stuff.
20 years.
Yeah.
There we go. Back to Castlevania.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, the new Castlevania is made by the same people that made Dead Cells, and they did that Castlevania DLC a while ago.
Yeah.
I've been playing Dead Cells since the announcement of this, and I gotta tell you, I was cautiously optimistic before I played Dead Cells. Right now, I'm 100% behind them. This is going to slap hard.
Well, they
Dead
also
Cells
made
is fantastic.
They also made the new Prince of Persia Rogue game, which is
the
like
Rogue Prince of Persia. It's actually pretty
yeah.
fun.
I played a
I've heard
little
good things
of
about
it.
it.
It wasn't really my thing exactly. I didn't really get into it, but it was admirable and interesting. It's basically Dead Cells, but as a Prince of Persia game. I don't know if we know with this new Castlevania if it's going to be like a procedurally generated roguelike thing.
It has save rooms and
okay.
Yeah, so that makes everyone think, okay, this isn't going to be.
It's probably a
level
full
by level.
thing. Yeah,
everything. Every like all the AAA games are like live action shooters. Like every single indie game now is like Metroidvania, roguelike, Souls-like.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that, but still, like what sells, you know.
There's so many of those.
Trying to be the king of their genre now.
There was this one that came out a little while ago, which I guess got announced a few years ago, and a friend of the podcast, Gabe, knew that it had been announced. I didn't know anything about it. I saw it on fucking Fit Girl, and I was like, this seems good. And it was called Memories in Orbit, and it was like this really interesting little robot-themed kind of Metroidvania thing. And then, like, I realized, this is a Hollow Knight ripoff with, like, one save point, and if you die, you go back to the one single save point at the beginning, and then have to walk 40 minutes to the boss fight you died on. And I'm just like, you know what? No, I'm sorry. My time is worth more than this. The game looks cool. I can't bother with this. And there's just so many of those now.
Possible.
To sort of reference the old meme, is it a roguelike or is it a Souls-like chart? I'm showing it to GameStop employees. Is it a Souls-like or is it a roguelike?
It's a good game, sir.
Here's your new multiplayer shooter Arc Raider, sir. Is it a Souls-like or a roguelike? No, sir, it's an extraction shooter. Get home and play it. It's a roguelike. Because, honest to God, that genre is just a roguelike.
It is just unfortunate now that it is just unfortunate now that, like, if you find a new game that's like a Metroidvania or something, like, that's a genre I like a lot. Not so fond of the we love Dark Souls, so let's make our game bullshit. Genre. Like, I like that a bit. Well. I can appreciate a game in spite of that, and sometimes because of that, but rarely because of that. And I would prefer if it was just like classic Metroidvania and didn't have to be like, oh no, you died, go back 25 minutes, cunt, kill yourself,
those are cutting out the boss runs. The boss runs are always the worst part.
Now see, here's the thing. I this may be the inherent like Catholic guilt in me somewhere. I like the kind
Where
of
are we going with this?
I like these kind of games where I go back to the beginning and have to suffer and like if
I thought you were going to start talking about Blasphemous.
Well, that too. That's a good
one. Blasphemous is cool.
But
I love the pixel art in that.
I don't know why I enjoy the feeling of being like sent back because I fucked up horribly. I don't know why I like it.
I mean, like, I don't mind having to do the boss again because the boss is hard. I mind having to fucking walk through 4 areas to get to the boss again. Like, I was enjoying Silk Song until I got to the point where it is just like, redo the whole area now because you're and half of the previous area because like you you're learning the boss. Like, it's just a waste of time. I don't know.
It becomes a violent, edgy reboot of Groundhog's Day, where instead of Bill Murray, it's just my intestines on the ground. Yeah.
Yes.
The issue I have depends on how the boss is, because it's the same thing with speedrunning. I don't know how people play these games over and over, doing the same things over and over. They make one mistake, or it's time to start over. It's like that guy who played all the Souls games in a row, and if he got hit once, it's back to the start. I can't deal with that kind of madness.
I will say, for some games,
that motherfucker must have been a master at Dark Souls 1 by the end of that.
There are some games where I do watch the speedrunners play it, because I do, like... I will pick up some things. Like, there are a couple things in Halo 2 that I've kind of learned of, like, oh, okay, so that's how you get
I picked up some Zelda tricks from speedrunners.
There are a couple...
Not Ocarina of Time, though.
There are a couple bullshit
that speed runs 5 minutes.
Well, yeah.
It requires all the most random-ass fucking controller inputs.
Unsurprisingly, I love Donkey Kong 64, even though that's like a very divisive game, and I learned all the tricks about that, and people breaking that game. The super
It would have just been so much better if you could switch the characters on the fly. That's all I want. That's all I want from a Donkey Kong 64 too.
That would be good, yeah. I think what it comes down to for me is, like, if you have, like, some variation in how you do things, like, I don't know, the worst example I can think of, decent game that got really unfairly maligned. I'm sorry, Tristan. We're gonna have to bring it back to Sonic Superstars. It was the side-scrolling Sonic game from a couple years ago, and it was pretty good. Yeah. Except the boss fights are the worst thing in the series, where it's like 5 minutes of just standing there waiting for the boss to do the one thing that lets you hit him. And every time you die, or if you want to speed run it or whatever, it's just that every time. And it's like, if I can, like, exploit the boss, like, you see Dark Souls speed runs where it's just like the Taurus demon is dead before you even enter the fucking room or whatever. Like, that's pretty cool, you know. I might be inclined to do that sort of thing, but when it is that kind of, like, wait for your prescribed moment to attack, citizen, like, I'm not interested. I don't know, man.
Yeah. There's always those games that are good, and like, just one major factor just screws the whole thing up.
Oh God. I mean, like, genuinely, yeah, Bane, that sounds good.
Okay.
Genuinely pretty good game. People really hated it because it was, like, full price and side-scrolling and kind of short, but, like, really the worst part of it is just the fucking constant boss fights that take way too long. And, man, I just don't know, like, it's such a shame. It's such a sadness. That game got, like, every Sonic fan fucking hated that game. And it's like, it doesn't deserve that.
Oh God, I'd rather not just poke this bear, like, get into this, but yes, I know he's ready to move on to something else.
I'll say it with my full chest. The Sonic fan base sucks.
Yeah, he said it.
Well, they do.
Not MagicMush.
They do.
That's me. Garbaggio Goblino. Send all your hate to me. I'll laugh at you.
MagicMush.
Sonic has one of those fan bases where they all want different things and they can't agree on what they want.
I like
That's
the movies.
That's what I see.
That's a lot of fan bases.
It's weird. One of the big things that most of the fan base can agree on is they want games that factor in momentum again. But Sonic Team and like the developers just do not care and will never give a shit. Like, it's not every fan. Like, there's some people that are like, I don't care about momentum, and it's like become a bit of a meme in the community. But like so many people are just like, yeah, the old games cared about momentum. Adventure gave a shit about momentum. Even some of the early Boost stuff had more of a focus on that. And now it just doesn't matter at all. And it's like, bro, the foundation of the series is like maintaining your momentum to be fast. And like no one gives a shit. As far as Sega's concerned, the foundation of the series is checkerboard hills and green grass and loops. And that's all that matters.
Can you stop in the middle of loops like you could in Sonic 06, or is it like a quick thing?
It really shouldn't be that way, but it often is.
Yeah. They don't think
I gotta drink more. I'm being driven to drink. It do be like that, Mr. Stancil.
Oh. Yeah. Review on that Roku Gin though?
Oh, not a fan of gin, but I like this stuff. It's good. It goes down smooth. It's like $15 cheaper or something in Canadian prices than the Suntory whiskey, which is also like the best whiskey I've ever had. But this is
Suntory is quite expensive, sadly.
This is pretty good for not being a big gin fan. I like it a lot.
I need to try Suntory. We might give it a New
It's quite good. I like
this was Tristan's recommendation. I had the whiskey before, and he mentioned he liked the Roku. I looked for the Roku.
If you can get it all together, 1 part gin, 2 parts lemonade, 1 part strawberry juice.
That sounds great. Yeah. Also, I've been sitting here like dipping into a little margarita. My brother threw together.
Really quick,
right here. Yeah,
we do gotta take a timeout.
Yeah, take a quick timeout.
Yeah, I gotta go take a hot piss.
Honestly, same. Anyways,
I'm gonna go turn these into Molotov cocktails and then fireball.
All right,
we'll be back in
my own house.
Hell yeah!
We'll be back in 3, 2, 1. Hello, folks. We're back.
Hi.
I was just talking about a guy who goons to little kids while also shouting the N-word.
I love kids. N-word.
Anyways,
I don't associate with these people.
No. He has no idea who we are. We just kidnapped him.
We brought him in here.
Honestly, I'm surprised your family hasn't called yet. Like your phone's been silent.
Yeah, it's weird.
I cut that bitch off.
Okay.
Well, there's one more game from the State of Play I want to talk about. Oh, we can't hear React Bot.
All right, hang on.
No.
Let me see if I can just rejigger it.
Well, continue talking, Dan.
While we're doing that, I want to talk about one of the games that got announced during State of Play. Silent Hill Townfall, baby.
I like your shirt. That's great. Yes. That's great.
I'm off this from a trip, and I was like, "Hey, since we're talking about it,
that's pretty good."
I'm sorry, I've got a dimmer on. Is that the Seinfeld logo?
That is entirely the Seinfeld logo.
Yes, it is.
This is an official Konami product, and I'm not gonna lie. It's one of the times where I
wait,
saw
what?
They made that?
Okay.
You're shitting me.
Not even
no fucking way.
Fully real. It's on their website. I'll pull it up and link it.
Unironic Konami W.
It is one of a few
That's
times
great.
on an official merch site where I've been actually like, okay, you've got.
At least it doesn't say online ceramics all over it,
Yeah. By the way,
can y'all hear Reactbot?
No.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, SilentHillShop.com. Here it is.
Townfall looked interesting. I mean, I played a bit of F.
Yeah.
I've never been like a big survival horror guy or anything.
Everything fixed.
But I, at some point, like a year and a half ago or whatever, I played 2 for the first time, and I fucking loved 2.
Oh yeah.
And I played like
2?
most of 3, but I didn't finish it. I should
2
have.
is like constantly considered like the best survival horror game ever made, and yeah, it's amazing.
Fantastic.
It is.
I mean,
I will
it's
say
really...
it is a lot better narratively than it is gameplay wise, but yeah, the game is right.
Yeah,
I would say.
Yeah, the gameplay. It's like I appreciate it as somebody new to the genre. Like when I play the first Silent Hill. When I play the first.
Can you hear Reactbot?
No.
No.
I know.
It's rough.
But when I play the first Silent Hill, it's like I can't really get into it. Like the controls. I know I'm a pleb for not getting the fucking tank controls, but also just the second you leave nothing. The second you leave the fucking diner at the beginning and you're just getting like attacked by like bird monsters that drain all of your health in a second.
Yeah, the beginning of Silent Hill 1 is rough.
Old tank control survival horror games are an acquired taste. It takes a while to get used to it.
The intro for Silent Hill is probably one of the best intros ever. But then you step outside of the fucking diner.
Yeah. But like Silent Hill 2, I can appreciate for being like a pretty easy game, all things considered. I mean,
I will say, Reactbot just said leave a comment if you find this crazy. So,
hang on, I gotta reopen it. Is he talking?
I didn't hear him. I didn't.
Nothing. Damn. I'm sorry, Tristan.
Yeah, Reactbot just.
In other words, AI is useless. Smart 11.
Yeah. He's too busy getting those fajitas in him.
Yeah, the little bastard. He's watching too much TikTok.
Hang on. Maybe
speaking of Silent Hill, I've still got those postcards from seeing the movie.
Oh yeah,
in and out of existence.
Crane heads,
show it again.
It's they gave out a bunch of
there it is.
postcards for the new movie because I saw it in theaters.
Yeah.
So I picked up a few stacks of them. This is just one of them that I.
Yeah, they're
got this
going
time.
all in with Silent Hill recently. I don't know why.
I don't know either. I mean,
I'm
like
fine
it was
with that.
never one of their. It was never one of their more popular series. It's weird that they decided
Well,
that was the
it's
one to go
critically
hard
acclaimed,
It's
on.
one of
There's
their
so many of them.
tentpoles.
Yeah.
It's one of
Oh
their-
yeah, no, I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm
mean,
just
it's
saying,
not-
like,
it's not
from a business
contra
perspective,
money-wise.
it's a
Silent
little...
Hill. That's the thing, though. Silent Hill's become a major motion picture.
And plus,
Twice.
Oh,
to be
yeah,
fair,
yeah.
The first one
Not this
had
time,
some-
though.
The first one
Major.
The first one had some sway with normies. There was my parents.
The
liked
second one
that
also
movie.
had sway with normies.
And then
Not
first
that-
one was
Revelations was
like-
like fucking batshit insane, wasn't it?
The first one
All
was
of them
like
kind
a...
of are batshit insane.
well, yeah, the
Yeah,
first one was
are
like
you
a
alive?
legitimate...
Zest.
It is.
Got him!
giving
There he
sense.
is.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
the
Okay,
Okay, I
first
just had
Silent
to
Hill movie
really work at it.
was like legitimately like a horror movie of the time. It wasn't
Oh,
like
yeah.
any
Lady-
less respected than anything else
Lady
like that
gets
was
her
released
fucking
around that time.
Skin ripped off. That's
Sure.
That
Yeah,
was,
and
that was at the
so
time.
so
I saw all the Hostel movies.
Speaking
So
of
I
the
can
Silent
I can kind of understand why.
But
What do
it's
we got
not
here?
one of the more popular. There's like 6 damn Silent Hill games for the PS2.
Oh,
that's my Seinfeld shirt.
Now, to be fair, also that is pretty
I
awesome.
love it.
I dig that. But it's not as bad as the Resident Evil franchise. At least the movies have somewhat like kind of stayed similar to the canon. Not always, but like they didn't
I
even try with the
disagree.
first hold on.
I
They didn't even
think the
try with the
new-
first Resident Evil 6. Like,
I think the
movie
new
is.
movie is like on par with those fucking things. Come on now.
well, yeah,
Like,
but
it's
Return
In name only Silent Hill. I mean, like none of the
It is in
characters
name
look
only
right or
Silent Hill
act
2.
right.
I will say, in this
Yeah.
new one, it is
Yeah.
in name only Silent Hill. If you look past the fact that they take the names and do something different, it's fine. It's not
Brain
good,
heads,
it's
rise
not,
up.
It's not good. It's not bad. It's fine.
It's amazing. It's like people will give so much shit to the remake, and I still don't really get it. I mean, like
I don't get
it's
this shit's
different.
remake. It's a different
It's like, but
beast,
it's not. But it's not bad at all. I don't know what the fuck people like.
I
I'm
guess
not.
Silent Hill 2 is put on a pedestal. It is like constantly considered the best survival horror game ever. That's why.
It's the same thing with FF7. It's like I don't know. The FF7 remakes have been like pretty good.
Those
all
aren't
things
remakes.
considered.
Those are not remakes.
Well, they're not.
adaptation.
They're not. They're sequels, really. But it's like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that they're pretty good, and I don't think that they don't hold a candle at all to the original. You still have to play the original because they are
Yeah.
sequels.
Yeah.
But it's like
It is.
I
To
don't
be
know,
fair,
people-
find somebody who hasn't played Final Fantasy VII.
I mean, like the big
Yeah.
problem with the first one was like interesting and took a lot of like really radical chances, I guess. The second one wanted to have its cake and eat it too, and be like
Yeah.
basically the same plot as the original, but like with a couple little moments where they tempt you with the idea that something might be different, but it isn't really.
Maybe at the end, Sephiroth becomes the good guy,
It suffers.
I mean,
it suffers from a lot.
I'm open
of,
to it.
and then
It
they
suffers
fight
from a lot
the
of,
guy
like-
from 6.
It suffers from a lot of problems
God.
that like planned trilogies have. Is like, how do you wheel spin the sequel? How do you make it
The
satisfying?
second
enough?
is always the hardest part. I mean,
Yeah.
like the first one, you get it off to a good start. You have an idea for an ending. This is from me specifically. Every time I've ever tried to like write a story where it's like intro, easy shit,
Yeah.
ending, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. Middle part,
So-
see you next time I try to write something. I guess whatever.
They got to keep finding ways to top the next one because, like, the final boss of like the first remake part was like grand in scope. They had to top that, and the third game
Yeah.
they got to top that too.
Yeah,
Well-
well, that's the thing. The first boss, the first final boss from the first one is like essentially what you got at the end of the original game,
Yeah,
and then the second one, I
still
I,
haven't
like,
got to the
quit.
second.
I like quit at the end of the second one because I was like 40 minutes into this boss fight that just kept going on, and I forget what even happened.
Yeah.
But it was like, I died, and I think I pressed the wrong button, and it made me do the whole thing again, and it's like, I'm not spending an hour in this fight again. I get it. He beats Sephiroth. Whatever. Like, I don't care. You know.
Mother's Claw spoilers.
Well, one of the main things that one of the main pieces of writing advice that I've heard from Yancey Croshaw actually is that you write the beginning first, and then you write the end. Those are the first two things that you should write, because then you can probably more easily fill in the middle.
You see,
I mean, but like then it's a question of connecting the dots in a way that's satisfying, and I just find so much trouble with that. I feel like it's easier to write in a linear fashion, if anything.
Well, that's the thing to sort of expound on that.
I feel you have a vague idea of the ending, and then like have something you can conclude on, and then like
a final shot or something, you know.
Yeah, well, to you know, in a way as to not sound like I'm meat riding the dude. He said that if you're stuck on the part,
to be fair,
get to it is fantastic. I recommend it. It's very funny.
It's the best thing he made. I'll down on that.
Yeah, I'd say so. I don't know. I like Starstruck Vagabonds. That was a good game. And Consuming Shadow, and
I haven't played his games. I'm just talking about the
books. His games are great. Anyway, they're adventure games, so they're most of them are adventure games. So they're definitely you love it or you hate it type of thing. Yeah, but basically, if you're stuck on a part, move to the next important thing that happens, because then it'll be a lot easier to be like, okay, how do we get to this next little bit? You don't really have to.
Yeah, you kind of roll backwards a little bit.
Yeah, you don't have to immediately get. You don't have to get every single bit in at once.
I've had this idea that I've wanted to write as a book since 2011 or something. Yeah. Oh yeah, especially used books.
I bought this new too. This is entirely my own usage that I'm smelling.
Yeah, since 2011 or something, I've been trying to work on a book that I a couple years ago on my Patreon, I put out a short story that was kind of in the universe of this book, but it's a lot easier to write a short story that's just a brief snapshot of someone's life, as opposed to a continuing narrative, beginning, middle, and end kind of thing. Yeah. And especially now, it's I look back on that shit and I'm just like, man, I really wrote this when I was 16 or whatever. Oh my god, it's so bad.
Before I started my channel, I used to write a lot on my free time. I've gotten the hang of it. Not gonna post any stories online because all that's shoved in a drawer somewhere.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. All the worlds and stuff I built, the ideas I built, I'll pull them out maybe if I get someone interested to talk to.
It does look sick as fuck.
Talk about a well-loved book. I've read this thing so many times. It's the novelization of the first Resident Evil game.
Damn.
It is. Excuse me. It's a fun read.
Oh man.
I have all of them. But this is the one that looks like it's been read.
Any books nearby? This room is just
I have to go search for one. My books are downstairs.
My phone cord.
I have a lot of audiobooks.
That doesn't count, Bane.
I
Fuck
know
you.
It doesn't count.
Yep. If audiobooks count, then my Big Finish productions count.
They should.
I got 200 gigabytes of that.
All out.
Yeah, I don't know. It's difficult to be happy with anything you've written. I mean, I like the general idea of the story I wanted to tell, and I still want to tell that story on some level. It's also weird because it's I have the idea of the thing that I want to talk about. I don't actually have a story I want to tell technically, because I'm I don't know how this fucking thing ends. Not to go too deep into it, but it's basically about a neckbeard anime loser guy who just surrounds himself with his friends who are also neckbeard weirdos, and they get themselves involved in some kind of nonsense plot involving a different. They're part of the game club, and the anime club is mad at them, so they get into this whole fight.
Yeah.
And
sounds like a fun vehicle for some hijinks.
Absolute hijinks.
School battle kind of thing. I like that
idea. Something like that. But the idea at the end, it's okay, do I want to have him have a happy ending where he comes out of his shell and stops being that guy? Or do I want to have the bittersweet ending where he's I'm happy being the guy that I am, even if that's not socially acceptable or whatever, and the conventionally accepted ending of this thing that would be I get the girl and I, get a job and whatever. It's like maybe he just likes being a guy who watches anime and fucking hangs out with his friends. Like maybe that's okay for him, And I've never been able to settle on like what exactly I want to do with it.
Making choices on your writing, like no matter what it is, like for me especially, like what I want to put in a video or just in a story, it's one of the hardest parts because you got to pick one or the other. That's the thing. You don't want to stuff it full of too much stuff.
You got to kill your darlings. You got to pick one like direction you want to go with it, and that's part of the reason why. Like, I have a lot of respect for you writing your scripts. I mean, a lot of people write their stuff, and for me, I'm just like, I work better when I'm just like rambling off the fucking cuff. Because if I had to write shit, I would never get shit done. I've had so many videos that I've started writing and then just have gone nowhere because like I'm just like I don't know where I'm going with this, man. I don't have a thesis statement for this. I just wanted to talk about Persona 5.
I had to cut entire sections out of that fucking X-Play video. I had a whole rambling about the offensive humor, and I tried to make a comparison to Drawn Together because Drawn Together was also an extremely
I saw you brought that up briefly in the editing.
I did. I had like a whole ramble section. I decided to cut it because that show still holds up. That show is every sort of instant you can think of, but it's hilarious. They weren't offensive. They got creative with that fucking shit. They got super creative with it.
I used to watch that show a lot as a kid. I haven't seen it in a long time.
I saw it when I was 7. Should tell you a lot about me.
Damn. I remember watching that too. I was also at an age where it was incredibly inappropriate.
I remember the guy that was like Link but super gay or whatever.
So they're all stereotypes.
You mean Twink? Yes.
Yes.
I don't know why,
but his character's name was like Twink.
I have Chinese Shinx from Pokemon. He made me at a very Chinese point in my life.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just kind of finding things. I went through my shelf and the history flowed out.
Speaking of being at an appropriate age, I literally think 7 or 8 was around the time I first played Silent Hill 1. Because
I played Conquer's Bad Fur Day when I was 5. My mom thought it was just a kid's game.
It's like
I am the great mighty Pooh.
Did not give a fuck.
I mean, like, it's funny to me.
It was the best part about being homeschooled. Trust me.
It's funny to me because my parents also mostly didn't give a fuck because they did, like, I don't know. I want to say they didn't know better. On some level, my dad was also pretty cool with shit like that. But then every now and then, he would see me playing Dead Rising on an Xbox at a pharmacy, and he'd be like, "That's just a murder simulator," and he'd go full like Boomer Dad. And like,
he's right, but the real opinion is that it's a murder simulator that's awesome. Yeah, I love Frank West. I love taking photos.
Dead. It's the issue.
Yeah,
I mean, like, but my dad was also cool because like I would get I remember like the time when we were at the Walmart that was near us. They had GTA 3 for PC for like $5 or whatever, and I was just like begging him, like, "Dad, please let me get this." I was like 12 or something, and so many kids played that shit when they were that age. Like, it's not that crazy, but
like I was 12 when I first played Resident Evil.
A lot of people chastised me in the comments because I was too young to be watching X-Play at that age. So, like, you act like you didn't see shit you weren't supposed to. How many of us?
Come on, I literally was able to figure out how to say that I was 100 and get into porn sites. Yeah. Fuck off. Come on.
There's a great clip recently.
I'm porn right now.
There's a great clip fucking recently from streamer Northern Lion where he's just ranting because everyone's so fucking puritanical. It's like you can't just enjoy something that's got like boobs in it. Like,
well, that's like a new thing. Like the Zoomers fucking hate any movie that has a sex scene in it.
It's
or
also
whatever.
like the form of millennials.
What was the one? It was the there's like the millennials that are like offended by it or whatever. But then there's
backpacks that are like 3 sizes too small for a toddler. Yeah.
But then there's the people like the Zoomers that went to see that Nosferatu movie and they were like laughing during the rape scene or whatever. Like you guys are just kind of.
There was some of that. I saw it.
You guys all got fucked by like
all the women who I just heard all the women who really wanted Nosferatu.
There was a lot of women who did see that prosthetic.
Probably that too. Yeah,
like
no sexism, but women be loving
corpse of a man. I need him.
I mean, to be fair, they gave him a hog. Props to Dracula there, I guess. But
I know women who are into men who are literally just mold, just a mold guy, a guy made of mold.
Ethan Winters, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, he looks like a human, but also
I can accept a lot of stuff. But if once you start telling me the things I enjoy or I'm part of the problem, that's when I take offense to it.
I will say I do know of people who really like a lot of Dracula's monster forms from Castlevania.
Oh God! Hopefully not the Dead by Daylight version of it. Ugh.
I haven't seen the Dead by Daylight.
You have.
Oh no! Well, I've seen Dracula. Yeah, I've seen Dracula.
I showed the forms.
Did you?
Does Dead by Daylight have?
I meant the monster form, like Dracula when he's transformed and is a big.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does Dead by Daylight have the like Symphony in the Night form where he's like a big spooky guy?
I think
I love what James Rolfe called it. He called it the Cookie Monster.
Yeah.
The Cookie Monster.
That also applies to the final boss, the Satan from the end of Ghosts and Goblins.
Yeah.
Very, very Cookie Monster coded.
I'm realizing I don't have a game installed because I wanted to free up 50 gigabytes on my PlayStation 5 because it's 50 fucking gigabytes for a goddamn game.
Oh
Jesus.
Rumor has it like GTA 6 is going to be like 600, 700 gigabytes.
That was a weird typo because it ended up switching to megabytes because it's like Xbox's weird pre-order thing. It just like glitched, but I think it's going to be. I think
it's probably going to be around 100 at least.
I would go out on the limb and say 200 gigabytes roundabouts.
I'm gonna guess 150 before online. Online make it 200.
I gotta say, I had this thought because I've been playing like nothing but Rockstar games lately. I've been playing I finished Liberty City Stories recently for the first time, and that game is not fucking worth it to finish. I gotta say,
Vice City Stories is good.
Vice City Stories has more of an actual story. Liberty City Stories is literally just like
a demo.
It's so bizarre, kind of. Like how much of that game is just like the dawn of the Leone Mafia in like boots on the ground situations that the dawn of the Mafia would never be in.
Yeah.
Like besides that, I mean,
Bully, I'm your boss. I'm the Don. Hand me one of them shotgun shells. I gotta shoot this cop in the face.
Yeah.
Literally, he'll be in like shootouts, and it's like the Don is not in shootouts unless they come to him.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? And I don't know. The plot of that game is very stupid and kind of pointless, but it does end on the cool lighthouse area off the shore of Portland, which I thought was pretty cool because you can't actually go there in GTA 3, so I was pretty happy to get there. But yeah, I've been playing nothing but Rockstar shit, and I realized something while I was playing. I don't know. I guess it was 4. I realized like 6 has been taking a long time, and part of why I think it's taking a while, and I can't confirm this. This is just speculation, but like a lot of their games tend to be like a kind of, you know, a time capsule of the time they came out in. Like, you can play 4, and that's such a 2008 video game, and like the world in 2008, America in 2008, whatever, pop culture. And same with 5. And then it's like 6. 6 is like, how do you release a game that's timely now? Timely is like 2 weeks ago, everything is fucking done. Like, no one gives a shit about a thing that happened 2 weeks ago. So I'm just imagining, and maybe I'm totally wrong, but this is my theory, is like there's just some degree of like feature creep or whatever where it's like, oh fuck guys, 6-7 is no longer relevant anymore. We're gonna have to make a new ending that doesn't reference 6-7 like the old ending did.
I think back to my Shroki video, and I talked about GoonCon. I think the next month, Goon became the whole thing. Like, that became the whole thing online. You're gooning, you're a gooner. Literally the next month, and everybody looked at it with a different point of view at that point.
Yeah.
Well, now
Rockstar's gonna have to scrub the script for any mention of the word goon.
Now I'm sitting here jester gooning 24/7 to Mog my co-host.
Here's the thing. So here's the thing.
I miss Oomers. Can we go back to Oomers?
Yeah, they're gonna have to add.
I don't know about that one.
I miss Oomers.
So I think this might be a good time as any to announce. I'm putting together a little bit of a Jeopardy show for the podcast. And one of the categories is the kids aren't all right. So maybe brush up on your Gen Z slang.
Is this related to your playlist of all of the kids aren't all right songs?
No.
The kids are fucking dead.
It has nothing to do.
You have to.
I will be here. I'll have it with it.
Yeah, that'll be something down the road. I'm intrigued for that.
I'm excited for this. Please tell us more later.
So yeah, what else do we got to talk about, or anything else want to ask Mush?
Well, real quick, we kind of got off the topic of Castlevania, but one of the really cool things that I noticed about this message right here, this is the beginning of numerous new products around Castlevania.
Yes.
So
I'm pretty sure TV shows written by Fedora Tippers.
Well,
Nocturne Season 3 is probably happening. I'm willing to bet money on that.
I wouldn't be shocked.
I'm guessing 2 new games currently, right now. Two new games. The Dead Cells guys game, and then maybe like a more classic Castlevania.
I gotta say, I know it doesn't matter, but I have to just say, Castlevania game that's 3D that takes a little bit after the PS2 games, but also Dark Souls, open. Like Metroidvania style world.
I would say level design, yes, absolutely. Take as much as you can from Dark Souls.
Sure.
Combat, give me that PS2 Castlevania DMC type shit.
It's silly, like the anime-ish character action, but with actual good platforming. I'm talking the full culmination of Dark Souls, PS2 Vania, and 64. Which also didn't have good platforming.
The last 3D Castlevania was Lord of Shadow, wasn't it? Lord of Shadows 2.
We don't talk about that shit.
Modern day.
The last Castlevania was Order of Ecclesia in 2008. I don't know what happened.
The first one was not that bad.
The first one was that bad. God damn it! It was terrible.
The first one made me actually sick because of that stupid ass fucking shaky cam that they always have.
It also didn't help.
It was just a God of War clone. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, but it's not Castlevania.
I resent it for being so popular. That's literally my main reason. Is like that one and the sequel were like the most popular Castlevania games, and I know it's irrational, but I just resent that so hard.
It's
like
not
fuck
irrational.
I get that. I get that, dude. Resident Evil 6 recently overtook Resident Evil 5 in terms of sales of the Resident Evil franchise, and I'm pretty sure the only game that sold more is the 2 remake. So yeah,
did you guys hear that?
I get it.
Did you guys hear 9 leaked online recently? The entire game leaked online.
Oh shit! I don't want to talk about that. I feel like I've done very well to avoid spoilers.
Watch out for that.
Yeah,
I've seen bits and pieces. Yeah.
The thing is, like, I'm excited that I'm going on vacation, like, about a week after.
I'm not going to be able to play it for a
while. So I don't
know. Maybe if I got some cash left over after the trip, I'll just pick it up and see if I can run it on this thing. Who knows? Maybe.
Tristan, you might be getting a new computer.
Yeah, that's the thing. I would buy it. I would buy it in that case because Sleepy very generously offered his old PC, and
I'll tell you what, I might just fucking get you the game if he gives you the new computer.
I would appreciate it.
I know how much you want to fucking play that shit, and like I don't know.
The mere fact
I was literally going to buy it for a Switch too, just so you could play it because I'm bringing it on a trip.
I've wanted for years to have a game, and I've always said I would have liked this to be a spinoff. The fact that it's a main game, that's crazy. But I've always wanted a game where you explore the bombed out ruins of Raccoon City. I genuinely don't even care what the purpose of the game is. The purpose of the game could be to find fucking Jill's lost bra. I don't care.
I gotta say, I'm such a shill for city-based games. Like any game set in a city is something I tend to prefer a game set in a city. And I gotta say the leaks for the new Sonic game, multiple uncorroborated leaks claim that it is
Sonic in the City?
like an open world-ish Frontiers sequel, but set in a city, I am so fucking down for that.
See, that's the thing.
That sounds amazing.
Any open-ended
That is so
platformer
cool.
set in a city,
I know.
that's shit.
There was the fucking. This is such a fucking random poll, but the fucking Donald Duck going Quackers or whatever.
That game.
The N64 game or whatever it was has that city level, and I just love that fucking city level so much, man. That game is a game that you could finish in like an hour if you're fucking good at it. But it's I don't know. The city level is really fucking cool, and yeah, I like city stuff. I don't care that much about Resident Evil.
Banjo, look at him! Wow.
Where you got a banjo?
Yeah,
I'm tapped out. Hang on.
Banjo.
Yo, there he is.
Banjo, there Kazooie.
Banjo. Yeah.
Noik.
There he is.
Shantai.
Oh man, some good stuff.
Hentai.
So, Donald
a little bit of hentai.
But yeah, I've never really cared much about Resident Evil, but I actually did play a good amount of Village recently on my PS5. That game's pretty cool, but yeah, admittedly, I'm not like.
I love Village.
I still think 4 is the best and can't be topped the original one.
The original 4, yeah. I will say
more the original, yeah.
The remake did just about as well as 4 for me. It did some things a lot better. It did some things a lot worse.
That's the thing is,
if you like banter, go for original. Also, look at the community rating for Castlevania 64. Look at that. That's just under 4 stars. That's disgusting.
Oh my God. Yeah, it doesn't deserve that.
Legacy has 4 stars.
I was the main guy fucking championing Castlevania 64.
4 stars is a bit much.
I really wish they put out the Dreamcast game. It was probably going to be a pile of shit.
I've played it. I've played the
I've played a bit of it too. It's
not too bad.
I mean, like, it was probably going to not be that good, but, like, I don't care. It looked cool.
Oh, that's cute. That's so cute. Oh, Donald Duck going Quackers. The A is a little the
Dreamcast is one of the best consoles to collect for. Like, the games are so collectible and that they're all, like, different and unique.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the best thing about the Dreamcast is if you get this specific model, you can just burn it onto a CD if you can't find it.
Ooh.
Yeah. There was a lot of good shit. Like,
so, like, if you want to play fucking Shenmue, but Shenmue's like $700.
I actually just recently played Shenmue. Like, I played the HD remaster.
2-3 CDs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
1.
That's all you need.
I played the remaster of 1. Like,
I
enjoyed myself, but I need a guide. For that shit.
Yeah.
I might need to. I owned Shenmue 2 on the Xbox, and I had no idea.
Too. I watched the movie a ton.
Yeah, I watched the little movie thing. I remember playing it, and I was just having such a good time with it until I got to the very first combat encounter where I, like, hated it and never played it again. But just, like, walking around the city was cool, and then you get to the, like, weirdo fucking, like, Virtua Fighter fucking combat that they tried to do.
I will say, I didn't mind the combat. It's just...
If that came out, like, back in 1999, that was probably fucking mind-blowing.
Oh, yeah! Like, it's really cool to blend genres in that way, but, like, being able to look at every person walking in the city, and they have, like, their own schedules and shit, no one's doing that anymore because it takes so much time, and apparently that game's been in development for years. I gotta say, Mush, you mentioned earlier, like, you're a purist when it comes to that sort of shit. I have been a purist in the past. Like, when I played the 2 PS2 Castlevanias, for instance, talking about Castlevania, I played them on a console. I didn't save state or anything. But now I'm just like, man, I kind of just want to, like finish the games. I don't want to deal with, like, the fuck-ass boss fights that are, like, you know, intentionally full of fucking troll bullshit where I have to go back 25 minutes.
Here's the thing, though. Like, with old retro games that were made to be extremely difficult and take every minute of your time, I will save state and, like, rewind and shit.
Sure, yeah.
When I was playing Innocence, I specifically did it so that I specifically decided I'm not going to use save states because that's just kind of how I do the first run through of any Metroidvania. And even though I did stick to it, fuck that optional boss fight. That one. I forget what exactly it is, but the one that's like the one that's at the very bottom of the castle and goes across multiple tiers. Hate that.
Is it Beelzebub, that rotting corpse guy?
It looks like him. It might be.
I think so. I beat that guy. I think I remember struggling through the final area, but I know who you're talking about. I was carried through it by the fact that the music was so fucking great. Like that. I have said it before. The Lament of Innocence, Leon's theme from that game is like
so
my favorite Castlevania song.
I remember back in the day, like people were always saying like Castlevania 64 was one of the worst like transitions to 3D. That it never had a good 3D game, but like they never brought the PS2 titles like ever.
Yeah,
I never saw
I will say
about them.
I will say I entirely agree that Castlevania 64 was a really bad.
I will say, I will say this much: 64 people give too much shit just for the fact that they can't figure out the platforming. It's not that great.
The platforming's not like I like the platforming.
But you can do the platforming if you learn how to do it. Tristan has convinced me that there's a lot of problems with the game besides that because I only played like the original. I think it's like
just Cornell's mode.
Yeah, I played Legacy and it was Cornell and like his mode is fine. Everything besides him is a little bit fucking questionable.
To be fair, I didn't play Carrie, but I played most of Henry's stages, and those were shit boring.
Yeah,
Reinhardt.
It doesn't sound good.
Reinhardt's story just straight up offended me. Like I'm mad.
I've heard it's really stupid how to get the true ending of that game too. It involves like time cards or some shit. Game never tells you this.
Yeah,
that checks out.
I don't even know about that.
Anyway, Beelzebub
games.
I just thought about that because I remember there was like a Screw Tap top 10 video like back in the day I watched. They claimed that there were no good 3D Castlevanias and they never talked about the PS2.
Yeah, I did fall into that story because this is what I'm talking about, by the way. Oh my god, shut the fuck fan. I hate fans.
Oh, it's that guy. Okay.
The Forgotten.
It's the guy that looks like him. The Forgotten. Okay. I heard apparently that guy is the sole reason the game is rated M. He's just that gory.
I believe it. But yeah, I was caught up in the thought that there were no good 3D Castlevania games because 64 was so bad, and I was like, yeah, I can't see how this could possibly be good. And much like I convinced Claw that maybe some things in Legacy of Darkness aren't quite so great. I was so wrong about Lament of Innocence and Curse of Darkness. They're great.
I will say they aren't the best.
Yeah, like they have problems, but they're the aura that they have just overrides.
Exactly. Like the music, fucking Abandoned Castle in the second one, and just they have problems. The first one tries to have platforming, and it's like the worst platforming in any video game ever. The second one, though, completely ignores ever doing platforming, so every level is just a straight hallway with some side rooms. I mean, there's a bit of exploration, but it is just like the most generic hallways you can imagine.
I heard they both take cues from Devil May Cry, and a lot of games.
Devil May Cry in the second one, Curse of Darkness is weirdly on. It has some weird elements of Diablo or something, like a dungeon crawler kind of thing.
Yeah. But it is very shocking how close Curse of Darkness is to DMC3. Yeah, because you play a white-haired protagonist fighting against a former friend, former ally, even with a close personal history. And then you're convinced by a bald guy with heterochromia to awaken a sleeping structure and make it rise from the ground so that some evil may be enacted. And the bald guy with heterochromia turns out to be basically the right-hand man, the penultimate boss.
Yeah.
Also, you can kill people with a guitar and eat
the important thing here is that Michiru Yamane composes both of those games.
Such great soundtracks.
I don't know. There are a lot of great songs from Castlevania that are composed by other people. Obviously, like the original games.
Awake is like second favorite for me.
Sure. Invitation of a Crazed Moon from Yuzo Koshiro. But like she overall is my favorite composer for that series.
Yeah.
And the fact that she does, and like not every song in those games is like a total banger, but enough of them are, and like they're. I would say, like it, like Curse of Darkness as an example of one where it's like every individual song isn't one I'm gonna play a lot, like on my own time. But if I'm playing through the game, like those just fucking propel you through the game.
I'm not gonna listen to the Baljet Mountains theme while I'm like on the treadmill. However,
like, when it's happening, you're having a good time. Yeah, exactly. It's
right.
And then every now and then you get an abandoned castle that's like one of the best songs in the series.
One of my favorite things about the games is from like Symphony of the Night on, they'll just have like random instruments that don't fit at all with like the themes. Like they'll just bring out an electric guitar for no reason. That's like good shit.
Symphony of the Night is like the apex Michiru Yamane Senchak. She composed all of it. Every song is a banger. Like that's the problem is when you're like first big outing as the Castlevania composer, the composer in the game.
I would say it is her first big outing. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
she did get her start with Bloodlines, though.
Yeah, she did some other stuff.
Which, by the way, I think Iron music as well.
I think she did Iron Blue and Tension, which is an amazing track. But like, in terms of like composing the whole
Sanctuary, or was that?
I think I'm pretty sure she did. That was also Bloodlines. Because I know that because that was in one of the portable games, and I was like, "Oh, this is so great! What is this?" And I learned that it was from Bloodlines.
I did Curse of the Moon.
Yeah,
she did the entire soundtrack for Symphony, and it is just so like Marble Gallery in and of itself, untoppable fucking shit.
Marble Gallery, Tower of Mist, anything that uses that theme. So good. Wood carving Partitia. I think that's.
Yeah. Every fucking and it's such a diverse soundtrack. Like there's Tragic Prince with the electric guitar. There's the fucking harpsichord, word carving partita. Like it's so difficult for any like full soundtrack she ever does to ever compete with that. It sucks. Yeah. Like I love her. But it's like you get somebody like Nobuo Uematsu who can do FF7 and then fucking FF8, which I don't even like as a game, but then 9 as well, and it's like, holy fuck, dude. And you have all the games before that, too, that are incredible. You did 20 minutes of Dancing Mad. Like, not everybody can be Nobuo, but,
one of my favorites is fucking from 10. So, one of my favorites is other one from 10.
Is that the one with is that the one with the new metal grunting?
Yes, it's so good.
I hate that one. I haven't heard it in a while. Maybe I'd like it more now. But I hated that one when I heard it last time.
This time I'm gonna let it all fall out. This time I'm gonna stand up and shout. I'm gonna do things my way, all the highway.
Yeah, exactly.
My God. Yeah.
Shit, what else we got?
Machine Gun is one of my favorites too. That from 8.
By the way, check out Kanye's PS5. Check out what he's been playing.
Yeah,
what's he been doing?
He's got both of The Last of Us.
The Last of Us. That's gay.
Something. Roblox. Astrobot.
I see some Astrobot.
What's this? What's this right here?
Oh, I see Yakuza 5.
Yeah. Looks like Yakuza 4 to me.
It's 4, yeah.
Kyoudais and Kamaroucho, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
I heard the new Yakuza is pretty botched, too.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about that? Because we could go on about that.
We'll talk about it a little bit.
Because, I'm looking
we'll talk about it a little bit. Well, you can see this here. Yeah,
Kiwami no longer means extreme.
Review from
Reviews.
VGC. Yakuza Kiwami 3 and Dark Ties is a remake built on disdain, not reverence, looking to fix a game that wasn't broken and ending up with little to show for itself.
I heard they
Reminds
cut
me a lot
all
of
the
a
side
different
missions.
free.
It went from 100 like side missions to 30.
Yeah, they cut like.
Well, no,
I
I think they actually did like add new ones, but
They
they're
did.
all the
Yeah.
they're all the style. They're all the style of the last few games where it's basically like talk to a guy, go to a location, wacky, upset, and fight a guy, and now you're done. And it's like they cut Cafe Alps. That's like a whole fucking cool.
Best fucking.
That is the side mission where you have a whole side menu in your fucking like pause menu based on like deciphering the mystery of who killed whatever guy at Cafe Alps.
Because I haven't played them that much, but I've heard like apparently Kiwami 1 and 2 are like replacements for the first two games.
Not really.
Arguably, 2 isn't.
Yeah, no. Arguably 2 is. It replaces. There's some things about it. Like I miss. I finished the original version of 2 as well as the remake, and like I love the area that they cut from Kiwami 2. The Tokyo Tower area, I think it is from the original, is really cool, and it's a shame that they don't have it in the remake. But like the remake is like more or less pretty much the same game.
Well, that's the thing. From what I've heard, they also did a pretty heavy cut of sub stories for Kiwami 2.
It wasn't as much.
They did, but like here's the thing: on the PS2, in the PS2 era, a lot of the side stories were still just kind of like, you bumped into me, now pay me a bunch of money. No, okay, now we fight, and like. That's for sure the first game. Like a lot of the side stories are that. Not everything, but the second game, I can't speak to. Maybe there were some really good ones that were cut. I don't know, but I'm just saying, like overall, I think the second one you get a pretty good experience. The first one is really sad to me because it's like, the original Yakuza game on the PS2 is like a charitably like a 6 or 7 out of 10. Like it's not a great game, and you play it now, and I beat it multiple times. Like you play it now, the inability to move the fucking camera in the combat is so unforgivable.
For fixed camera works great in some games. For other games, it's the worst thing I think you could possibly do.
But the thing is, in like Yakuza 1, it's not even fixed. Like you can move the camera. The only way to move it though is to press L2 to center it on your back. Yeah. So it's not even.
It's the Ocarina of Time type shit. Okay.
Yeah, you can move. You would think you could move it with the thumbstick, but no, it moves the mini map, which is the most useless feature that has ever been in anything. and so like Kiwami 1, it's like, okay, you want to hope that that's like the updated version, but no, it like fucks with the tone so much, and the fact that like Majima Everywhere system, I got complicated feelings about this because like they added this thing where Majima shows up everywhere, and it's like really funny, and there's a lot of comedy to that. And when I was watching fucking Joel play through Kiwami, that sold me on playing the series again.
Same.
How silly that shit was. It made me want to play the fucking series again. I played the original in like 2009 or whatever, and I loved it, but like I kind of, I let go of the series. And when I watched him play that, like it was great, but now I go back to it and I'm like, I'm sorry, I just don't want to deal with like a 20-minute boss fight every fucking block that I walk in Kamaroucho.
It really does.
And the fact that he has Kiwami. And he has like a certain place in the story too, and when you have him just show up everywhere, and this is your first time playing the game, like it was fine for me, I played the game before, but when your first time playing it is Kiwami, and it's like, oh no, Majima did this thing, is he alive or dead? Oh no, he just showed up 5 minutes later.
he shows up in a cop uniform. He's like, "Hey,"
he's just there,
Hey,
like
Kiryu, how
popped
you
out of
doing?
a fucking trash can in drag or whatever. Like it's funny, it's enjoyable. I'm not gonna say it's not enjoyable, but it's like it's also just
It would
it's
be
not.
fun as like a new game plus mode.
And
Yeah, or at the
I
very
gotta
least
fucking
something you
tell
could
you,
just like
I gotta
tell
fucking
Majima no.
Well, yeah, I gotta fucking tell you, Kiwami is like impossible to play on New Game Plus. I tried, and
Yeah.
it takes into account like your level and everything. So literally every couple of minutes, you are doing like a 20-minute boss fight, and it is nonsense. Like
It is a shame because
hard.
I didn't bounce off of the Majima Everywhere system as much as a lot of people did. Like I fought him every time I came across him. And
Sure, I did the first time too, but like now I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess I'd have to just replay it. I think the only one that I've even attempted to replay is 0.
And the problem is, like, so, 1 and 2, like, I don't know, I like them. I'll play the original ones again because I'm like an idiot or whatever. But like the 3, there is a remaster of 3, and people don't like 3 that much. I like it. These fucking these fucking pieces of shit that don't want a fucking slice of life story where a hardened ex-Yakuza is trying to raise a bunch of kids. Like, you have to appreciate it for what it's doing, and if you don't, then you don't. And that's fine. And in a lot of cases, I'm like, you're a retard and you should kill yourself if you don't like the things I like. However, with Yakuza 3, like, I understand it. It's like, if you're not looking for that, I get it. If you get yourself into the mindset for that, though, like, it is so great. And Kiwami 3 doesn't need to cut the fucking wrestling scene that's really important to the plot.
It is not giving Riz.
It's not. It's super not.
Take everything away from that. Take everything away from that.
You know what?
There is an important scene
for TikTok.
For Mush and anybody else who doesn't know. There is an important scene in the original Yakuza 3 where Kiryu and this other guy Rikia fight in like a wrestling match, and it's for the benefit of the little kids of the orphanage that Kiryu runs to watch something cool. Yeah, it inspires Tai Chi to become who he becomes later on. And it's just like they cut it, and I'm just like, I don't know, man. You cut it in favor of fucking nothing. Like, the market research
give me a Yakuza 3 with none.
Market research tells us that the cool, awesome parts of Yakuza 3 are like not interesting, I guess. So yeah, they cut a bunch of the important shit.
Didn't they just recently announce they're removing like a fucking Yakuza game from a sale because one of the actors turned out to be like a predator or something?
Fun thing about that. Kiwami 3
they are removing Yakuza 3 from sale because Kiwami 3 is out.
Kiwami 3 replaces...
So they're not even letting you play the original.
Kiwami 3...
Oh god, I hate that shit.
Kiwami 3 replaces...
I think you can still, real quick, I think you can still get it from a bundle.
That's true, but it's like $100 or something. Kiwami 3 replaces a guy who was an original character with an original design with a new actor, and the actor does not fit the character at all.
Nope.
And also, the actor is a sex criminal. So
literally a
bad decision on their part, I would have to say.
And then,
I will say, I just pulled up the. I just pulled something up. There is a mod out to help with that.
Oh my god. Really?
Look at
Yeah, because that's another one.
Because
like
the modded ones are the original faces from the original Yakuza 3.
Yeah.
And the vanilla ones are the new ones.
And for anyone who doesn't know, like, I'm just gonna say, like, the original faces fit the characters perfectly. Like, the guy on the bottom is...
They don't look bad. It was the PS3.
Well, but the guy on the bottom, for instance, the vanilla guy on the bottom left is the sex criminal.
To be fair, the other guy did allegedly marry someone who was quite young.
Okay, but like the guy that he's replacing fits the fucking character. He is like a meathead, tough guy, badass, fucking like brick shithouse guy, and he looks like a fucking office drone now. And then Rikia on the top there, he looked like a dork before, and that was perfect. And now he looks like just some fuck boy from a K-pop band or whatever. Like, it's nothing. It's
low
nothing.
resolution, but I mean, look at this guy. Look at this fucking guy.
That guy looks like a meathead, fuckhead, fucking guy that would like crush a beer can with his skull. God damn it!
I keep getting small ass images.
And he's important for 4 too. Whenever they inevitably make Yakuza Kiwami 4, they're gonna have to like replace him again with probably a new actor.
There you go. By the way, I linked the article for Square there.
It's so terrible.
Yep. Headline: Yakuza 3 remake. Scroll up a little bit. Jeez. Backlash blows up again as actor guilty of sexual harassment stars in new trailer.
And they tried to like come in front of this by being like, "Oh, well, he's a guy who's supposed to kind of creep you out, so we hired a voice. We hired an actor who's like a sex criminal."
I hate this.
Beautiful decision. Beautiful decision.
I hate Sega so goddamn much.
I'm really looking forward to Gang of Dragon. That's what I gotta say about all this.
Yeah, I've really been waiting to see the scene with this new Hamazaki like cutting off and eating that duck head. I keep looking it up. I can't find it anywhere.
Supposedly it's like a scorpion or something now that he eats something.
No, that was a mistake that I made. I thought it was a scorpion originally, but no, it's a duck head.
Okay, I don't remember it that well. This specific guy.
I will say, by the way, I am getting a little tired. We may have to.
Yeah,
my wireless headset's sitting here telling me the battery's low.
I will say,
yeah.
we got to have you back again soon, man. I've been having a good time.
Absolutely,
yeah.
If you're willing.
Unfortunately, you got us on this discussion of Yakuza, and.
And now we're talking about Sonic. I got to talk about that shit for an hour and a half, so I can't.
Oh man, you know what, Mush?
We gotta do that.
I am going to invite you to my Sonic hyperfixation, and you can be here instead of Tristan because he's a fucking poser who doesn't deserve to be there.
Hey man,
I'm down to.
You can come. You can come. I'm happy to have you there, but just like. Sure, I can too. Yeah, absolutely.
And I can talk about the first one at least.
Yeah. Oh god, the Knuckles TV show. Fuck off. Anyways,
I haven't seen that yet. I've avoided it. I've heard Knuckles is barely in it.
Yeah.
All right. Like, how much more do we got here?
Agree to disagree.
Shut up. So I've got some Bethesda stuff, but if we want to skip past that for next time. This one's just quick. It's just a silly thing. So there was a countdown on the Bethesda site, and people thought, because they're stupid, that it would lead to a Fallout 3 and New Vegas double pack remaster.
Sure.
So let's see how people are reacting to it. It didn't happen, by the way. Obviously. If FNV Remastered is hinted at within the next 24 hours, I'll shove my Mr. House photo card into my pussy.
I
might do it anyway.
Oh my god.
They did it anyway.
Hold on, I gotta see this. Hold on.
You can look it up yourself. It just looks like it's in a little baggie with a little bit of lotion.
I gotta ask, is it an MTF?
Scroll down. I can't see this. Hold on. User being cattle runs in a new read from this post.
I don't know.
That is a great flare.
You're gonna make me play New Vegas again. This is bullshit.
I've been playing Fallout 4 again, mostly because of the city thing. You know, because cities are awesome, and I like being in cities.
I gotta play Fallout 4 just to play the fucking...
I wish I was playing Fallout New Vegas.
I gotta play Fallout 4. Like, I gotta install it again just to play the London mod. I didn't know how good that shit was. Apparently, it's really fucking great.
I'd have to completely redo my mod list for that, sadly. I would love to be able to do that.
Yeah, I don't...
Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. That's all I got.
That's an interesting image.
Yeah.
Well,
like I said, it looks like it was just like
looks like a
spritz
baggie.
with a little lotion.
Well, I would. That's not what I would have said it. We have to skip Doctor Who.
I don't know enough about Doctor Who. I know bits and pieces.
Well, hey.
Oh well,
actually,
this is a perfect one for you. Real quick, actually,
Yeah,
let me. I have to. I had a whole big problem with my dark mode thing, so I gotta put that in black.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that just didn't show up.
Yeah.
All right, well, whatever.
Don't worry about that later. It's fine.
Well, I'll fix it I'll fix it later. So, I've been doing this little Doctor Who chart because clickbait has gone kind of south. It's not. There is no good clickbait.
Yeah, we used to get a lot of clickbait.
Not even Gaming Bible. It sucks.
Yeah.
So I'm just recommending a whole bunch, and some of them are anti-recommendations, which we'll get to now. But for each Doctor, because I'm doing my full watch through, I've just started the Fourth Doctor's era, about season end. It's quite nice.
Yeah.
So I've recommended The Savages, which is not on YouTube yet. However, it probably will soon because the animations are being uploaded. Roman's good follow-up. It's a nice little fun comedic story. The Daleks' Master Plan, which is missing, sadly, and you can't exactly find it. But
Sucks that that's the masterpiece too. That's such a shame.
Yeah, it's this is one of the ones where it's almost entirely missing. But you can listen to the audio and there are reconstructions. It's genuinely really good, despite the fact that you can't watch it.
Yeah.
Imagine how good it must have been with all of the fucking visuals intact, man.
Genuinely, if it ever gets either animated or found, I'm gonna watch it all again. It's 5 hours long, by the way.
Interesting way is the way
it's 5 hours long. You can't see it, but it's still peak.
Well, really quick,
anyway,
for Mush, if you've never seen these episodes, there's a lot of these old ones since they're not able.
They are on YouTube.
Well, hold on, let me finish. They have these telesnap reconstructions, which are frames that were sent via what was it?
They were photos taken of the screen at different points in time to sort of add to the director's portfolio, because you couldn't exactly just carry like 4 film reels around to show people what you've been working on at the time.
And they would use
it was something that they had to pay for. Yeah, it was something they had to pay for, so they didn't have them for all of the episodes, but that's how we kind of pieced together some of it.
Yeah.
But then there's the 10th Planet, nice, good fun. Then we have Bad, but still fun, The Gunfighters. And if it's in green, it's on YouTube right now in the United States and I believe the United Kingdom. So you can check them out. Yeah. But now we're going to move on to the anti-recommendation. This is some shit that you do not watch. Please,
I've been excited for
your
this.
own good.
Yeah.
So I'll give you a reason for this, but right now I'll just type it in. Okay. The Web Planet. The Web Planet is one of the worst Doctor Who serials that I have ever watched. Ooh. And that's the thing. It's 6 I think I forget if it's 5 or 6 parts. It's a little longer than your average 4-parter episode. Okay. But this one has the unique this one made the unique decision of having a kind of boring story, weird Vaseline schmear exterior shots, and also a noise that plays throughout most of the runtime. Now let me see if I can find this noise.
Oh no!
I didn't have it. I don't have it pulled up on the standby, but I
thought you had it
once.
So is this like a sound effect, or is it like an artifact of?
It's a sound effect. It is. It is specifically the noise that the sort of run-of-the-mill aliens that you'll see in the story. It's the sound effect that they make. They're called the Zarbi, and hopefully you'll be able to hear this. I'll bump it up a little bit.
Yep.
Come on. Oh, all right. It only played once. You hear that? Now imagine.
What the fuck is that?
This is 1960s science fiction, Magic Mush. Enjoy.
Yes.
Oh.
So let me just go to a random part in the episode. As you can see, it's here. It's here in its entirety, 6 parts. So let me just go to like middle of episode 4.
We've waited for generations for this moment.
I don't think it's playing here. Middle of episode 3.
2 hours of this.
Oh yeah, well,
Oh, yeah.
It's the whole story over
Yeah,
5
it's-
episodes.
Yeah, I got that.
Look at
but
those
2
guys.
hours of this.
This was 5 weeks of Doctor Who, and they just had to deal with it. But I'm just gonna scroll around and see if I can find it. It plays quite often. I'm just not picking it up.
Okay.
Hang on.
Damn.
Alright, there-
Tristan.
I had a weird feeling that Tristan would be able to find it, and here we are.
Yeah. Hang on. I'm just gonna keep scrolling forward until some Zarbi are on the screen.
It's probably often enough that it's
It is
pretty
often.
annoying.
Yeah. But hey, this is a full episode you can find on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't recommend it though.
I'm just like,
I swear.
It looks pretty still stupid and nonsense. I like the idea of it.
Here it is.
Oh, there you go.
Beeping
Beeping intensifies.
Oh god,
That's the title of the episode.
Like a smoke alarm.
I like that. But yeah, it's that beeping plays through like I would say anywhere from a third to half of the runtime. And it doesn't get not annoying.
That sounds pretty annoying, yeah.
Like a lot of people find the Gunfighters song annoying, and I get that. I totally get it. The Web Planet beeping, so much worse. And if the story itself was good surrounding it, then that would be nice. It's not.
Yeah.
It's just kind of okay. And so, as a little preview for next time, I'm going to wait to do the big finish ones, just if I have like a lull week, like if I, mostly because these won't be able to be like easily gone to and, watched. Because, the D in classic Doctor Who stands for Daily Motion, and the I stands for Internet Archive.
All right.
Yeah, you can find a lot of them on the archive, it's true.
Yeah, but so I
That's good.
yeah.
Well, I will say
I don't recommend the Web Planet, but a little preview.
So we may have to be fast with Garfield. Yeah.
Okay, so a little preview for next time.
My headset's about to die, and I think we should be wrapping up around here.
My favorite Second Doctor episode will be on YouTube, and I would recommend it. But we'll get to that next week or next time we record.
In fact, we'll save Garfield next time, and then
we'll just sit here and laugh at the score for a second.
Look at that fucking shit.
Yeah. Heathcliff is funnier than Garfield.
Superiority.
Yeah. I'm from the land of Garfield, and I should be laughing at it more.
So here's Final Funny number. Oh, I switched from editing to viewing. Here's Final Funny number 1. I've done so much good for the Black community that I've received the honorary nickname the White Savior.
Hell yeah, brother!
Amazing.
And then we got one from Claw. Not a single mention in the Epstein files. No blackmail. He just bombed the Middle East for the love of the game.
Oh my God.
Hell yeah, brother!
Mission accomplished, baby. Mission accomplished. Land of
And with that,
challenge accepted.
Take it easy, people.
Hang on.
Yep.
ReactBot just said challenge accepted.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god!
Stay tuned for the horrible war crimes that he commits.
Now we do shout out Penis at the end of the episode, each episode. So
well, hang
Thank
on.
you for watching
Let's give Magic
episode-
Mush an opportunity to advertise himself.
Okay, all right, sure.
Thank you all. If you're here, you probably already know me since being Claw. I have a big overlap. Yeah, I'm Magic Mush. You can find me on YouTube. One big word.
Yes.
Yeah, so
No space.
I do all sorts of like, not really essays, more like documentary and like story times. If you want to learn some neat shit, just hop on over.
Kind of covering the
But
feeling
yeah.
and like the vibe of what's going on stuff like that. Especially for X-Play. Like you kind of
Go check out Mushfuck. I like his video about Big Al. He gets to talk to Big Al. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that, penis.
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 Consider their goose cooked.
Penis.